I just found out raccoons can fit in a 3-inch hole. That means you can stick 2 of them up your ass. It's the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Space is the final frontier. Then this is just the pit stop at the rest area that is near.
It's a Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. 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 In your ear.
In your ear.
Pod. Poddamn it. Poddamn it. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Poddamn Idiotz.
Poddamn it.
From the Henplex Studios in Battle Creek, Michigan, the Red Room in Spadeland, Jazzland in Tennessee, and our favorite Scorpion Room in San Marcos, Texas, this is the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. All right. Well, welcome everyone to the show. We have made it 26 episodes in. Woo! I know, it's exciting, right?
We still
half a year's worth of podcasting. Holy crap.
Wow. That's crazy.
A lot of listening in the truck.
So, in the Henplex Studios today, we have the Captain B. Slow. Woohoo! I always have to, got to have my personal cop here for protection purposes. Battle Creek's a crazy place.
Personal security.
Yep.
Especially by my house where people get shot.
And then, in the Red Room, that's such an awesome color room. Red's like my favorite color.
Have you seen 50 Shades of Grey?
No, but
The Red Room.
Oh, apparently there's another meaning behind this. But in Spadeland, he is the Poddamn World Champion. He is Mr. Rick Spade. Woo! Rick, what's on your bandana?
That is my Dragon Ball Z bandana.
Oh, nice. I like it.
It's awesome.
And then down in the Scorpion Room, he's very brave. He has lots of art behind him. And he actually was able to go to a NASCAR race, which is pretty awesome. It is Texas.
For 50 laps.
Hello, 52.
There was a truck race, a full truck race. And then we have a special guest from Jazzland in Tennessee. And he's a long-lost friend who actually listens to every episode of the show. We're very excited to have him on. Nashville Predators fan, but he likes hockey, so that's good.
I do.
And he is a part Red Wings fan when he's not cheering for the Predators.
Where is my Red Wings shirt? Oh, yeah, I took it off because they suck.
Yes, they do.
This will be the last time he joins us.
And he's already been voted off the island.
He is the Jazz. And then
Hey,
also in the Henplex Studios, it's me, Jay Hizzle.
That's SpongeBob.
I mean, it's me, Jay Hizzle.
Oh.
You gotta keep it
Man,
deep the way she likes it.
I love that you made yours sound all like deep and professional, but you're like, it's the Jazz. Like, come on, give him a little more emphasis. This is a surprise guest.
Sorry.
You gotta do something like this.
Oh, you got it? Go ahead.
Yeah. From Jazzland in Tennessee, he is the Jazz.
Standing at almost 7 feet tall.
How much?
That is true.
How much do you weigh?
The sad thing is he was 7 foot tall in junior high.
I lost your audio.
I did too.
Mine?
No, the Jazz. He looks like he's talking, but we can't hear him.
Hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay.
So how tall are you?
6'8".
And how much do you weigh?
350-ish, give or take.
How much can you squat?
Haven't done it lately. Coronavirus has kind of killed that. And having two children.
So wouldn't we like round that up in like wrestling terms? So standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at 400 pounds.
There you go.
The Jazz.
That's an intro.
Jazz.
Throw that goddamn peacock in there. Jesus.
5'10", weighing 190 pounds. It's Jay Hizzle.
That's probably how you would go down too. You would just start flapping your arms. I'm the peacock.
So the Jazz found a Halloween costume for Jay Hizzle.
Yes, I did.
I think I still got the picture here.
I do somewhere.
There we go. Focus cam.
Yes.
I just have to spread my feathers. Hey, Texas.
You gotta let me fly, Captain.
Texas, why don't you tell us about your week? I bet you had a really fun week. Let's hear about it.
Alrighty then. So, Saturday, after we did our last podcast, I drove 4.5 hours up to Fort Worth, Texas for Texas Motor Speedway Racing on Sunday. Got to watch all of the Truck Series race. Got about 52 laps into the NASCAR race, and then the rain hit. However, as I was sitting in the parking lot waiting to see if the weather would let up, I decided to put in a video entry for the ESPN San Antonio Rock the Mic contest, and the deadline was Sunday at midnight. I got mine in on time, and I'm one of the final 12 yet again 2 years in a row.
Woo!
Wow. Good job.
This time, first place. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I did a brief radio interview yesterday for about 2 minutes. But
Call it the speed dating round.
Yes, it was the speed dating round.
How was it? I was boxing, so I didn't get to hear it. Will they replay it, or do you have a recording?
If you go on YouTube, you can actually watch it. It's like 2 hours and 16 minutes in.
I re-listened to it. I thought I did pretty good.
I'm sure you did. You're professional now. You know what it's like.
But anyways, Monday I found out that because the race was postponed, I can use those tickets. They're pretty much a rain check for up to a year, and I can actually use it at any motor speedway. It doesn't have to just be Texas Motor Speedway. So if I decide to go to Atlanta Motor Speedway or Kansas Motor Speedway, I can do that.
Or we could just go to Bristol and stay at the Jazz place.
Well, I don't think that's considered. Is it Bristol Motor Speedway?
I mean, most of them are all owned by the same company. If that's what you're getting at.
No.
I
can use it. I can use it for the All-Star race next year in June here in.
Yeah, because Britton Smith owns Charlotte too.
So basically, what you're saying is, for the price of one race, you got to see a truck race, maybe like a quarter of a NASCAR race. You're gonna get another full NASCAR race, and you became top 12 in that competition, all in one day.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow,
That's a good day.
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
That's the life of Texas, I guess.
Nice. That sounds like a fun week. Rick, what about you? Anything fun and exciting happened this past week? He's thinking.
Almost got hit by a car.
You got hit by a car?
Almost got hit by a car. Twice.
Not good.
Like your body got hit by a car, or you got hit by a car while driving your truck?
Both. It was one of each.
Really? Let's start with
Start with getting hit in your person.
Yeah, how did your body get hit by a car?
Well, see, there's this thing called a stop sign, that sometimes is in front of stores, and somebody decided that they didn't want to stop, and they came about that close from hitting me.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because those are just optional. They're just recommended, but not
They are.
Oh,
They're
because
recommendations.
it's on private property, so that's why you don't have to listen to them? Oh, you're kidding. You're kidding.
I was kidding.
He's kidding. You need to stop at stop signs always. He looks serious for a minute.
Well, I'm pretty sure that dumb bitch wasn't paying attention, but I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And if I would have had something, I probably would have thrown it at her car.
Did you kick her car? Or would have kicked it?
I pretend to fall on it for dramatic effect. Oh, my back.
My neck. Is there a lawyer in the house?
I joked about that at work the other day because my boss tried to hit me with a shopping cart. I said, please, because I will go down and I will fake a neck injury.
I've watched soccer.
or is he watched LeBron James? Which one?
Either one.
Both.
LeBron. Hey, I play soccer. I didn't fall down and pretend to get hurt.
No, you just ran and fell down.
That's why when I'm chasing bad guys.
That's only now. Back in the day, he actually was pretty fast.
That's not true. I watched him play soccer. He fell and rolled over once.
Did he?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. You fall.
It happens to us all. Once I was on skis, not even moving, and I fell. I don't understand what happened. I was standing there. Next thing you know, I fell.
But,
Did I really just lose my balance just standing on skis? But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Then how did your truck get hit or almost hit?
I was driving down the highway. I was heading to Kalamazoo because I was trying to help my daughter find stuff for her Halloween costume.
Ooh, nice.
Had to wait for the last minute. And as I'm going down 94 heading toward 131, I'm trying to get in the lane so I can get into 131. And this other car decides it's going to swerve into my lane. And
Sounds like an
We are in Kalamazoo where there's 4 lanes and people don't pay attention?
Yeah.
I hate that part of the highway.
So
highways have 4 lanes?
In Kalamazoo, they do.
All right, from Tennessee, we have dirt road.
In Texas, we've got 4 lanes.
Some have 4. I've even seen an 8-lane highway. But anyways. But no, he just decided to swerve, and then he swerved back, and then he almost swerved back into my lane like he got pissed off like it was my fault and tried to hit me, and I was like, oh, please go off 131, because now I'm going to clip you in the back and make sure you run off the road. I didn't do it, because he went the other way, but I certainly thought about it.
If you go to Houston, Texas, each side of the highway has 8 lanes, so it's a 16-lane highway.
Too bad you didn't have a kayak to smack him with.
Canoe slap, bitch.
Oh, well. I'm glad, though, that you survived both incidents.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Did you get the Halloween stuff you're looking for?
I didn't get the exact one my daughter was looking for, but she seemed happy, so that was all that mattered.
Success.
So what is she being?
She's going as a character. Well, she's not actually going as a character from Harry Potter, but she's going as a student for Hufflepuff.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
She's got
What's
the
Locke's
Hufflepuff
choice?
robe, and he wants to be. It's called Cartoon Cat. It's some like devil cat with like blood on his face and sharp claws and whatever on YouTube. So that's.
What about you? Are you dressing up this year?
I thought about it. I was originally going to wear my Joker outfit, and then I was like,
It's pretty epic.
Well, I was going to wear it here on the podcast, but I was like, no, I don't feel like doing that. That's a lot of work.
Just a FYI, my daughter decided she wanted to go as a character from The Purge.
You're dead.
Also, on a side note, no matter how many times I've beat my deck on this, I have not been able to resolve my Rubik's Cube, so I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Man,
Justin had to watch it all last week.
You're just going to have to keep beating it until you win. All right. Sounds like an interesting week. Captain B. Slow, anything fun happened to you this week?
Mowed the lawn.
Oh, wow. Probably
Chopped up a whole bunch of leaves.
Do you think that's the last mowing of the year, potentially?
No, because the leaves have not hardly begun to drop yet.
Oh.
I don't pick up leaves. I just mulch the crap out of them.
I don't pick up leaves. I don't have many leaves to pick up. There's some in the back, but technically it's not even my part.
I have
No,
a
it's
bucket, so I have to. If I had a lawnmower with a bag, I'd do it.
I got a bagger, but I don't want to empty it.
I don't have a bagger.
But no, so, it's Michigan. It's fall. It gets cold.
It does.
I have a fireplace.
He does.
So I decided, this week it's time to get the fireplace going.
He did.
And so, it's been going good. We're having a fire like almost every day the last week.
Every day.
And then today, we went through a whole lot of wood today. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get this big old giant log that's been sitting in the basement for a while.
It's huge.
All right. So the fire's been going on for about 5 or 6 hours. And I go grab this log. So it's good and hot. The coals are great.
Wait,
Smoke
so you
like
went to go
crazy.
get Chelsea's biggest toy out of the basement?
That's under the bed. No, it's not me.
We know that.
No. And so I grabbed the log. It's the size of the fireplace, it wasn't ever split very well.
Grab the log.
No.
Experience.
Both hands.
And then you burned it.
And I put it in the fireplace all the way to the back, and I didn't realize I did this. What, the little flap that closes the chimney?
You closed the chimney?
I hit the metal bar, and it pulled it down, and my entire house,
Oh, no.
all the upstairs, the main floor filled with smoke in about 10 seconds, and ash just went everywhere. Smoke detectors are going crazy. I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I did not. So I took the poker, and I opened it right back up.
Oh, my gosh.
Opened up all the windows, put fans in the windows. This was right before I came over here.
So you just...
Hi, sweetie. Deal with this.
No, I got all the smoke out, and I took all the smoke detectors down and shoved them where all smoke would get to them.
Oh, my gosh. Just remember putting back up.
Yep. I'm like, well, now I know if our house catches fire, we're going to be notified real quickly.
Is that on camera anywhere at your house? Any of those recording?
No,
Is that
the
what-
inside was not recorded.
Darn
I'm
it.
sitting there, I'm like, why is all this smoke pouring out of here?
I would love
I'm like
to,
trying to move the logs all the way to the back. I'm like, no.
I would love to
So
see
I'm like, wait, light bulb clicked on. That did not close. Oh, no.
I would love to see the panicked look on your face as you go back to that.
Oh, man. And then
You're trying to figure it
I'm
out.
sprinting all over the house. I'm trying to open up every window. Like 5 smoke alarms are going crazy. I shut the basement to shut that one off. I take the 2 off from the stairwell and upstairs and remove the playrooms. I'm like, oh, my gosh. And I'm just pouring sweat. And
Wow.
so that's my excitement of the week. Filling my house up with smoke.
Wow, you guys have had some crazy stuff going on. What about you, Mr. The Jazz? Anything fun happening to you in Tennessee these days, or the family, or the kids?
I think we lost his audio again.
Yeah, put your microphone closer.
Nope.
Hang on.
There it is.
Yes, now.
There it is. Okay. Gotta love Zoom meetings. It's the world's nightmare for IT guys. It's been a consistent battle since March. No, this week's been kind of boring. We've been just kind of getting by. Wife's at work. I'm at work every day. Kids at school. Avoiding the hurricane rains, though. We've had quite a bit of rain last couple days.
I'm glad you're avoiding those. Are the kids at school, or is it virtual or mixed?
They're at school. Yeah, they're completely at school.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Are they enjoying it?
Oh, they love it. And the wife goes. The wife is a substitute teacher at the same school. So
Oh, nice.
nice. It's very nice. So
How long has she been subbing for?
it started this year, actually.
Hey, is she enjoying it?
She loves. Well, there's ups and downs.
Well,
Poor moral kids.
especially with like COVID going on, I'm sure it's a little. I know it's a lot more stressful for teachers because I know teachers. So
Yes, it's the mask thing is kind of the scandemic is getting kind of old really quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's been old since March.
Amen.
It's day one.
the end is getting more near every day, I guess. Right? I have
Right.
One way or another.
We're around my wife, the cure comes out November 4th.
Yeah.
Well, either that or Biden's gonna lock us all up for 2 weeks in January.
No, thank you.
I don't think America will accept a lockdown at this point.
I won't.
It is,
So yesterday we went to Richland to what's the name of that farm in Richland?
Old McDonald's.
No. There were the farm in Richland. They had this 1,100-pound pumpkin that somebody carved the name in, and they misspelled a word. And there's a green sign next to pumpkin. Yes, we know this word is misspelled. We blame it on 2020.
Yep, exactly. One of those
Yes.
crazy Jumanji. You're Jumanji.
Yes.
All right, let's see here.
to go to bed. It's bedtime.
All right,
Sounds like my children.
family.
Sorry.
Good night.
I guess
My
I'm
daughter's
going to bed.
bedtime. She's got school tomorrow. Are you a little lady? 'Cause I said little lady, it's bedtime.
He says,
Are you trying to admit something, Justin?
No.
Mrs. Doubthizzle, dear.
Stout Hizzle.
I would watch that movie.
I would definitely watch that movie.
Do
Miss Doubthizzle.
So
Justin's a little lady.
This past weekend, I was in Indiana celebrating my grandpa's 91st birthday.
Wow.
Birthday.
I know. It's impressive. Like I hope that I live to be 91, and what's great is he's doing well. I mean, he's mentally 100% all there and stuff. I know his knee.
Wow, that's sad. He's 91 and he's got his mental faculties in order, unlike Biden.
Yeah. Yeah, he would be a better president. He just wouldn't move around as well. So, but he
No,
actually,
Biden don't move around. He sits in his basement.
that's true.
He's hiding in his basement.
My grandpa's actually downsizing, and it went to this really nice senior living complex, and yeah, he has like a nice little sunroom and stuff, but just everything it's really small, so he doesn't have to move around too much. Whereas other places was really big, so it was a lot of like moving around.
And there are stairs too.
Actually, in this one, they got a new place since the one you saw.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay.
So, yeah, they built a ranch style house, or because yes, the stairs they couldn't do, but yeah, just super nice, and it's a whole community, and like if you need something, you can call people and they'll help them, and they have like a restaurant that they can all eat at and stuff. So,
Cool.
yep. So he's doing really well, and that was fun. I got to see my aunt, uncle, and cousin as well, so that was a lot of fun. And then this week's just been busy at work, learning how to do some marketing media stuff, and then doing some boxing classes. And then today, my brother helped me get a new desk from my my cousin. So that was fun. I got to hang out with Miles and Evie, my niece and nephew. And then I had a very interesting time getting Buffalo Wild Wings today. So my brother took the kids over to my parents, and when he brought the desk over, he gave me my mom's credit card and said, "All right, I got mom to pay for food. We just got to order it. You go pick it up." So I went to pick it up, and I got there, and I could not find the credit card. So I'm like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me!" Like it's not anywhere. I put it in my pocket. So I'm like, "Well, great. I don't want to pay for this on my credit card." So I drive home, and I'm looking, and I find it in the driveway. I'm like, "How did it fall in my pocket?" Whatever. So I drive back, right, and I'm a little annoyed right now, especially since I'm coming over this hill, getting towards about to pass a gas station. Some guy just cuts right out in front of me. I don't know if he didn't see me. It was night. You think you'd see the headlights, but I mean, just right in front of me. Like I had to slam the brakes on, and so I decided to brake and stay behind him. I thought about passing him in the left turn lane, but I didn't.
Improper lane use.
Yeah, I would have. Well, I mean, it would have looked like it was an emergency measure because it was that close. But my brakes, even though they have almost 100,000 miles on them, still pretty good. And then
really good.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I gotta get new brakes soon, I would think. But and then then I get there and I go in and I get the order and I put the card in and it doesn't work. I'm like, are you serious? So then I try swiping. No, it's a chip card, so it won't let me swipe. I keep putting the chip in and it keeps rejecting it. So then I'm thinking maybe it's a bad card reader, but he's like, well, try a different credit card first. And I try mine and it works. I'm like, son of a Are you serious? So, and of course I get back. What took you so long? Well, I forgot your credit card. So I lost it, but I went back and found it and then it didn't work. I just used it this afternoon. Well, Mom, it didn't work. So, but I just take it off what I owe my dad, so it's not a big deal. But it's just like, really, if I knew that, I would have just bought it when I was there and then gone back.
They got cold wings.
Yeah.
Someone paid me $15 to deliver their B-dubs today.
Crap, I should have just paid you to do that. but your house was on fire, so. Oh, man. But yeah, so it was.
Help me, dear God. Help me, baby Jesus. You're not on fire, be slow.
Sounds like everyone's had a good or interesting week at least. So besides the Jazz, his week's normal. But that's
I'm 6 feet above ground. You can't complain.
True, that's true. No, actually, isn't he like 7 feet above ground?
Oh, that's true, 7 feet.
Jacking off in the background.
All right, guys, it's time for some news. Oh, I was sad. So the school had this harvest display, right? Like pumpkins and such. And the next morning, it's elementary school, they come and their display's been trashed. That makes you mad, doesn't it?
Yes.
So they look at the cameras and you know what they found?
Raccoon.
was a wandering herd of cows. North Carolina Elementary School. Check their security footage and identify the culprits behind the destruction of the school's fall harvest display. Pumpkin-loving cows. You pumpkin-loving cows. That's what I'm going to start. Am I mad? Instead of swears. You pumpkin-loving cows. Well, so yeah, it turned into a lighthearted thing when they realized the cows did it, and then they were able to fix it and all that. But where does just a herd of cows come from in North Carolina? Does that happen in Tennessee at all?
Believe it or not, well, yeah, there's roaming cows. I see them every once in a while. I work in a company that's out in the middle of the sticks, so yeah, there's cows. They roam out.
Cows a lot.
Yeah, it's
Happens
true.
in Texas. I sent the pictures to you guys every time I drive by and he's outside of his fence feeding. I actually stopped one time and asked him if he's heard about the cow Jesus, and he ran away.
All right, and then I got some Guinness World Record news. There's a bunch of records being broken right now, so I'm gonna go
People
through
are bored.
The first one is a woman, and she does in 1 minute. She broke the record for pull-ups. This is impressive. I mean, think of a pull-up. I mean, I can't even do one.
I'm too heavy. I tear my tendons when I try.
And
to
like
do
when
one.
you do them, like what does it take? It takes a few seconds just to get through one, doesn't it? Well, this lady broke the world record, and she did 34 pull-ups in 1 minute. That's
Damn.
crazy. And she does 100 pull-ups a day. 100 pull-ups a day. She's a beast. Like that's awesome. Good for her.
I bet her vagina could bench press you.
Wow. And she's going for the next world record. And she's
Vagina
35 years
push-ups.
old. That's impressive. Now this one's a little more on the nerd side, but an Ohio man's Ghostbusters collection earns Guinness World Record.
Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters. So in Ohio, that's what they do. He collected 1,221 unique pieces of memorabilia from the Ghostbusters franchise, and apparently that's a record. He saw the original Ghostbusters when he was 4 years old and started accumulating it ever since. So I didn't know you could like collect toys and break records. That's pretty cool. And I like this one. I like because so sometimes my mom and I go running at the park. We see like people running with kids in their stroller, and I'm like, man, that's impressive right there. A Colorado man, and so you think about it, this is Colorado. That means the altitude is probably higher, I guess, depending where he's at. But a Colorado man broke the Guinness World Record when he ran a mile. This is outrageous. He ran a mile in under 5 minutes while pushing his 1-year-old son in a stroller. I could not do a 5-minute mile if I tried.
Jay
I could do a
Hazel.
5-minute mile in high school, and I was in shape.
I can do a 5-minute half mile.
Jay Hazel.
If he could make it the half mile, he'd fall down the first 5 feet.
I read one on Facebook that a 9-month pregnant woman ran a 5-minute 45-second mile. 9 months pregnant.
That's amazing too.
And all that
So,
running you down,
say
that
9
makes her
months?
that makes you look like a bitch compared to her.
This is outrageous. 4 minutes and 57 seconds. He took the record with a stroller. Wow.
Well, I mean, the stroller does push.
I know, but I
And they
mean,
push really easy.
do you know how
it's-
fast he's running? He's running faster than
It's
I
not
could
like
bet.
it's not like you said he ran a 4-minute mile dragging his baby.
Yeah.
Or with the kid on his back.
I think it'd be easier with the kid on your back.
No, you have an extra weight.
Have you ever
on your
carried a
back.
kid on your back?
Yours, but not like in a that's a
Oh.
piggyback ride.
I have a saying about running.
Yeah,
Why
go ahead.
run? Why run and throw up when you can throw and eat? That's why I like to throw stuff. Be Slow will agree with me on that one. Throw stuff and eat as much as you want.
I like food.
Yes.
And this is the dumbest record. I would never do this ever. Man covers body in 140 pounds of bees for Guinness World Record. How about no?
Be slow would die.
Yeah, the guy looks
Yeah.
like he's about to cry. A Chinese daredevil achieved a Guinness World Record when his body was covered with 140 pounds of living bees.
Wait, can you screen share that picture?
So, I can't right now, but I'll show you later.
How does a Chinese man?
If you text
Hold
it to me
that
real
much
quick, I
weight.
can pop it up.
Are
They're
sure
normally pretty small.
or were they murder hornets?
Well, these are for sure.
These are just little bees.
Oh, did you hear that they killed the murder hornet nest?
Yes, using radio trackers.
They did kill the murder. They did kill it,
And now they're going to cut the tree down and cut it open and see if there's any other queens that started to form.
Yep. Because if queens are forming, then we need to make sure we take care of that.
Well, then clearly Jumanji will not end.
Yeah, no. that is pretty crazy. And then I got one more thing just for Captain Beaslow here. We were talking last time about the audio of the jetpack.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play the audio of the pilots. So here it is.
Oh, the jetpack, yes.
Oh, American 1997. We just passed a guy in a jetpack.
American 1997. Okay, thank you. Were they up to your left side or right side?
Off the left side, maybe 300 yards or so, about our altitude.
Okay, American 1997. Contact tower 120.905. Thanks today.
120.905. We'll see you, American 1997.
I hear a niner.
That's the first one.
Are you calling from a walkie-talkie?
We just saw the guy pass by us jetpack. JetBlue 23, use caution. Person in the jetpack reported 300 yards south of the LA final at about 3,000 feet, 10-mile final.
JetBlue 23, we're heard and we are definitely looking.
Only in LA.
I guess someone's trying to really be Iron Man.
Yeah.
Just so amazing.
Did you hear the air traffic controller? How they were monotone the entire time, didn't raise or lower their voice? It's like they're trained to do that.
Oh, I know. I could not imagine.
We see it every day.
Control. Well, I do like that it came back though only in LA.
I found the bees.
I could imagine Jay Hizzle.
Post it.
There we are.
Oh, good night.
Beats.
Oh, thank you.
That guy's a lunatic.
Yes.
The guy putting the bees on him's a lunatic. He's only got.
Yeah.
When I was looking for that, there was another picture. I think it's the same guy, and he was smoking a cigarette with the bees on him. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like you gotta have some balls. Like that's gonna keep them from like fucking with you, because I know they use smoke to on like beehives, but
They could make them worse.
I could just imagine Jay Hizzle flying a plane and seeing the jetpack. Tower control! Tower control! This is Justin! Oh my god, there's a giant jetpack! Oh my god, it's amazing!
Yeah, I don't think that's how I would do it, because again, you have to be professional about it.
No, you would.
Okay, I would. Okay, whatever you say.
You should hear some rookie cops when they get excited.
Do they really do that?
You can't understand what they're saying. They're so excited.
Can you imagine him if that was Natalie Decker in the jetpack?
I think it just came in my pants. I mean, what?
Tower control, I am leaving the plane. What?
Yes.
She will catch me.
She will be my Iron Man.
I don't even know what she looks like. I gotta look this up.
Hey, back to
we're turning back for a passenger. We're in a holding pattern at 3,000. I imagine that would probably cause some issues.
Probably. Hey, speaking of world records, do you guys remember when I tried making that thread ball?
Yes.
I found it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hang on, let me grab it because it's right across from me.
Natalie Decker.
There you go, Be Slow. I'm sending it in the group chat.
Easy, Beaslow. Easy. You're married now. You're married.
Whoa, I see why you're attracted to her.
And she's like really cool too.
Heavier than I remember.
She seems like she has really nice personality. She's from Wisconsin, so Wisconsin people are pretty cool.
She doesn't have a hot head either. She's pretty
Oh.
about it when she races. That's needed when you race. So I mean, they claim that she's like a seasoned Dale Earnhardt Jr. type person.
She's a super nice person. Like I watch her YouTube channel, so her boyfriend's on there a lot. He's really cool. Her mom, her dad, her dog.
Oh, fudge balls.
So yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the racing community is full of a lot of really nice people. So
Except for that jerk Kyle Busch. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I got it.
She's even still hot in the hospital.
How do you do that? How is that possible?
I don't know.
I know.
I mean, look at that.
She's had some health issues this year, but
Yes.
So, Jazz, I know you weren't around for a while there, but around sophomore year, I decided I was going to make a thread ball.
mhm,
I got bored in school.
mhm.
Don't we all get bored?
There you go.
So I had a Starburst, and I originally wrapped it in a little bit of Scotch tape. And then I was like, what else can I wrap this with? So I decided to get thread. And eventually, I got this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
You just sit there and just
this-
thread over it. And
Yeah, so this is like 98% thread, 2% Starburst wrapped in tape.
So is there a Starburst in there?
Yeah, somewhere.
yeah.
And you know it's preserved. It's well preserved.
It's mummified.
Yes, there's no air getting to it.
Yep. Wow.
I don't know how it got so round, though. It amazed me, and I was like,
That is amazing how it got round.
Yeah.
So,
You can keep threading it every year.
Right there's Harper Creek education for you right there. That's how bored you get.
Yep. You had a little bit of a Harper Creek education.
I did.
I don't know if it helped you or hurt
well,
you, but
Mr. Yes.
Mr. Echo, yes, I remember. I'll never forget the first time I met you guys. I was from the South, and you guys like, you have an interesting accent. I must know you more.
well, I was so ahead in math class that, like, I was helping other people, and I would just sit there and, like, listen. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to fuck with this thread ball. And that was where I spent a lot of my time. So,
Well, you got to know when you grow up with a bunch of people that talk exactly like you, and then someone exotic comes around. you're
Yes.
like, I must know the exotic person.
Yes, Southern Exotic. There you go.
he sounds different. He's big like a tree.
Here's one for you, Jay.
I know she's talented. But
I show this to him. He goes, she's talented.
Damn.
but yes, no, it was exciting when you moved to Harper Creek and we all became friends and played hockey and played soccer on recess, and I blocked the soccer ball with my cast.
Yes, I remember that. I remember. We played it. Well, I remember. No, it wasn't.
I remember you going away party through at the Y Center and played some inline hockey.
Oh, yes, that was so much fun. I'll never forget that day. That was.
We had a whole bunch of people there. It was a full.
Yes,
Yeah.
Josh was there too.
Yeah.
Josh, don't remember. I'm sorry.
Quit drinking so much. Come on.
Nothing else to do in Texas.
Was it 7th or 8th grade? You can't remember 7th or 8th grade.
I
That you
don't
moved.
remember.
So, but
Your audio went out again.
The 7th grade.
7th grade. Okay.
7.
7.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7.
All right. All right. Well, guys, I think it's time we move on to the game of the week.
Oh wait, we're a little early.
What do you have for us, Mr. Rick Spade?
well, I thought I'd do something a little different today. So we're going to do a little Idiotz Trivia.
Woohoo!
So I've compiled 13 random questions, a little bit of everything. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask the question. I want you guys to hold up your piece of paper backwards when you're ready. And then when you're all ready, then I will have you reveal what your answer is, and I will tell you what's the correct answer.
All right.
So we'll give this a shot. We'll give you one that's not actually on the thing, and we'll see how well you do with listening. That means don't blurt out the answer, B.
What? It's D.
Dipshit. All
I
right.
have my moments.
Here's just a random question. Which of these fruits is yellow? Is it A, apple, B, orange, C, banana, D, grape? You're supposed to hold it backwards, dipshit. All right, reveal your answers.
I'm going to go full Kermit here.
C.
All right, everybody got it right. So now that we understand, Brian,
Once
I
we
like Jay Hizzle plugging in for his company there. That's a nice little plug.
Thanks. Once we turn them, though, we'll all and say them so people just listen to just the audio will know too.
well, I was
All right, let's do
going
this.
to tell what your guys' answers were.
Okay, you can do that then.
So,
All right, let's go. Let's see
All
what we got. I'm not very good at trivia.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is your first question. You got to put one, Brian. On the TV show Alf, Alf's real name is A. Paul Fusco, B. James Sampson, C. Gordon Shumway, D. Alfred Michaels.
Oh man.
Not a clue.
All right. Well, can we show them? Let's show.
All right, reveal your answers. Jay Hizzle has selected D. Alfred Michaels. B. Slow is D. Alfred Michaels. The Jazz has selected D. Alfred Michaels. Texas has selected D. Alfred Michaels. They are all wrong. The answer is C. Gordon Shumway.
How does
Alfred Michaels is a cool name.
Well, it just makes sense. Alfred Elf. Gordon Elf. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made half these names up. Paul Fusco is actually the guy who voiced Elf, by the way.
Well, so far we're all tied. 0.
Tied.
0.
0-0.
All right. It's only going to get worse from here. The country of Lesotho is located in A. Russia, B. South Africa, C. Canada, A. D. Rick Spade made this country up. Lock in your answers.
Say the country name again.
Lesotho. All right.
I'm
Let's
showing.
reveal your answers. Jay Hizzle has selected B. South Africa. Texas
She
has
says a
selected B.
country.
South Africa.
South Africa is a country, therefore it's not that country.
D.
Country.
B has selected D. Rick Spade made this country up. The Jazz has selected D. Rick Spade made this country up. The answer is B. South Africa.
But South Africa is a country,
No, it could be just it's in South Africa, like the southern part of Africa.
which is a country.
No, there's different countries in South Africa. I didn't understand. I thought D just meant he got lazy and just didn't have an answer. Like I made a D is just a made up country that I made. I didn't realize that meant the answer was okay. Anyway, hey, Texas and I are up 1-0. Are you keeping track of score, Rick?
Yes, I'm keeping track of scores. All right.
Okay, I'm not competitive or anything.
Never.
Which of these wrestlers are not related in some form? Is it A. Roddy Piper and Bret Hart, B. Dusty Rhodes and the Shockmaster Fred Ottman, C. Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Jimmy Superfly Snuka, D. Ole Anderson and Arn Anderson.
Texas might actually know this one.
I should know this one. Crap.
And I
Yeah,
don't
you
think he
should.
does.
I know I'm wrong.
All right, we got our answers locked
Yep.
in? All right, let's reveal them.
Dun, dun.
Jay Hizzle has selected C. The Rock and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. B has selected The Rock and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. The Jazz has selected The Rock and Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And Texas has selected Ole Anderson and Arn Anderson. He is correct. It is Ole Anderson and Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
I almost picked it thinking I thought maybe that'd just be the obvious one that because they have the same last names, but it could be a trick. And I'm like, but I don't think The Rock's related to this guy.
Texas played dumb to try to trick us.
No, seriously. I was thinking C like you
I watched him
guys.
thinking. No, The Rock and Jimmy Superfly Snuka are related because Jimmy Superfly Snuka is his uncle-in-law. The Shockmaster is the brother-in-law of Dusty Rhodes. Roddy Piper and Bret Hart are cousins. Ole Anderson and Arn Anderson are not related in any way, shape, or form. Arn Anderson's real name is Marty Lundy.
I'm not sure if an uncle-in-law makes you related, but maybe.
I said in some form.
Marriage.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did say
Form.
related in
Form.
some form.
Yeah.
All right, Texas, you're up 2-1 to 0.
All right, here we go. In Spider-Man, Wilson Fisk is known as A, the Sandman, B, the Annihilator, C, the Kingpin, D, Mysterio.
Not a clue. Don't know comics.
I got that one. If it ain't right, I'm leaving.
All right.
I think I got it right, but I don't 100% know.
All right, let's reveal your answers. All right. Everybody has selected C, the Kingpin. You are all correct. It is C, the Kingpin.
Thank you, Ben Affleck.
I remember from the cartoon.
All right.
Yeah.
This one's
You
going
guessed
to take...
right.
I don't think anybody's
You
going to
have
get
a
this
point.
answer right, but we're going to figure it out.
Hey, I got a 25% chance.
Better than a 33 and a third, maybe. All right. The largest age gap Rick Spade had sex with was A, 18 and 20, B, 23 and 32, C, 22 and 39, D, 33 and 36. I knew none of you probably knew this, so I figured, what the fuck, I'll give it a shot.
Game of the week.
I don't really know. So I'm just going to take a guess.
You have to listen to the show. Oh, wait, you guys participate. Never mind.
All
I
right.
have two ideas, but I'm going with one that is just
All
okay.
right.
Let's go.
Let's see what you got. All right.
I went with the largest.
Everybody has selected C.
I went with the
meaning
most recent.
That's what you thought. But see, that would have meant they were 22 and I was 39, or I was 22 and they were 39.
That one.
Oh, I thought it was just the age range of people.
No.
Like you slept with someone 22 and slept with someone.
She was 23 and you were 32, right?
That would have been B, Dingleberry.
It would have been B.
Oh, that's the one I wanted to pick.
Yeah, fuck
bad.
that. Oh, too late. You already dropped B, C. Maybe
That's the one I picked. In my mind.
We're all wrong, even though I didn't understand the question.
the answer was B, 23 and 32. All right.
See, I had it right.
You got it.
Because that was one of the most recent ones he talked about.
All right.
But you put the wrong answer up. It's
All right. Let's see how well
3
you
to
got.
2 to 1 to 1.
All right. Let's see how well you guys know your NHL. Which of these were never
Been a while.
a former NHL team? Is it A, the Hartford Whalers, B, the Montreal Wanderers, C, the Philadelphia Quakers, D, the Quebec Thunder?
Oh.
I have.
I know one of them. There's no way.
I know one of them, they're a team recently.
Yeah.
Well, within the last 25 years.
What was? I really don't know.
Here,
I'm
I'll
gonna
give,
guess
I'll,
this
I'll,
one.
give, I'll give them to you one more time.
Yes,
Is it-
please.
Is it A, the Hartford Whalers, B, the Montreal Wanderers, C, the Philadelphia Quakers, D, the Quebec Thunder?
I think I know it.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna guess this one.
So I'm just gonna guess.
No clue.
All right, let's see what you got. All right, everybody has selected B, the Montreal Wanderers, and you are all wrong. The answer is D, the Quebec Thunder.
Oh.
My only logic was the Canadians have been the Canadians for so long.
Mine
Yes,
too.
that was
Mine
mine.
too.
They've won so many championships.
No,
Yeah, I had to look it up. I believe it was the 1930s they were the Wanderers.
the Quakers and the Whalers. I
Were
was
the
pretty confident
Canadians
about.
the Wanderers before they were the Canadians?
Yeah, I don't think they changed their name after 1926, but I could be wrong.
I want to say they went defunct in the Depression and then they came back. So
Because the Whalers became the new Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I am. I'll rock you like a hurricane. Well, Texas, you still got the lead, 3 to 2 to 1 to 1.
I should have two.
You put the wrong answer up. I'm sorry, Alex Trebek. I meant to write this.
Do you see him arguing with Regis Philbin on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I meant to say B.
do you not remember the spelling bee? I'm pretty sure I spelled it right.
Yes, I remember it being the spelling bee. Yes.
Wrong.
That's what I said.
Wrong.
All right.
Fourth grade spelling bee.
Well, that was fourth grade. You won this one too, but just barely. Anyways, back to the questions. In the show, Grey's Anatomy, the hospital that Meredith Grey is chief of surgery in is A, Pac East, B, Seattle Prescott, C, Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital, D, Shepherd Sanderson.
Not a clue.
I have no
That's
reason
not my
to-
answer. I had to write it on the back.
I was about to say, don't.
That's
pull
not my
me.
answer.
Can we ask a friend?
No.
Because my wife watches that show. She'll know.
I'm changing, even though this is wrong, probably, and I probably should have gone with my gut.
I got the same answer as you. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I only know the answer
Right, let's
because
do
I've
this.
watched every season. All right, reveal your answers. Jay Hizzle has selected C. B Slow selected C. The Jazz has selected B. Texas has selected D. B Slow and Jay Hizzle are both right. It is Greystone Memorial Hospital.
Because it's Grey's Anatomy.
That's what I said. Because at Grace, I'm like, that's got to be.
I tried Texas.
Me too. I should be winning.
Well, I mean, come on. We all chose the Alf name, and that wasn't even right. So
I know.
Take a butter knife and put down in there and hold it.
It was named Gray Sloan after her sister who died in a plane accident and Mark Sloan who died in a plane accident.
I watched that episode.
Seasons.
It was very sad.
Yeah.
Or
That's when I stopped watching it.
All right.
My dip.
Let's see what you
I
got.
decided to bring it here to eat it, and I forgot it.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. The first civilian to own a Hummer was A. Arnold Schwarzenegger, B. William Shatner, C. Jesse Ventura, D. Sylvester Stallone.
I don't 100% know the answer,
I don't either.
but I know my
I'm
answer.
going with the one that's built like one.
Can you give me the names one more time?
Was it A. Arnold Schwarzenegger, B. William Shatner, C. Jesse Ventura, D. Sylvester Stallone?
I could see all of them being it.
All right, let's see what you got. Everyone has selected A, and they are all correct. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who owned the very first Hummer.
He still has his Hummer too. Actually, I knew he had a Hummer, so I was going with it.
like Friday.
What are we at? What round are we in now?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more questions.
And what's the score?
Right now, Texas is still leading.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Carry the
Move
one.
your shoes if you have to.
I believe it's 4 to 2 or 4 to 3 to 3 to 2.
Where's you got two?
Oh, I really thought I had 4.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine. I won't argue.
Jay Hizzle's not competitive at all. None.
I got the Arnold one right.
You got the Arnold one right, the Kingpin one right, the Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital one right.
I thought there was another one that only Texas and I got.
South Africa. Okay, it's 5. Okay, it's 5 to 4. Excuse me.
It's 5 to 4.
5 to 4 to 3 to 2.
I don't know what his 5th one Texas got right, but okay, I'll take that 4. I know I got 4 right.
You
So
got the Ole
I haven't
Anderson, Arn
checked
Anderson one right that you didn't get right.
all right.
All right. The first president to be born at a hospital was A. Ronald Reagan, B. Jimmy Carter, C. Abraham Lincoln, D. Donald Trump.
Not a clue.
I'm not really sure, so
I told you I picked the most random questions I could think of.
Repeat the answers one more time.
All right. Is it A. Ronald Reagan, B. Jimmy Carter, C. Abraham Lincoln, D. Donald Trump?
No,
Wild guess.
All right. Let's see what you got. All right. Jay Hizzle has selected B. Jimmy Carter. Captain Slow has selected C. The Jazz has selected B. And Texas has selected B. The answer is B. Jimmy Carter.
Really?
Yeah.
I would like to point out that Texas didn't get the Grey's Anatomy one right.
Hang on, the cat's caught in the cabinet.
Free the kitty!
Wow, that's a southern thing to say. Hang on, the cat got caught in the cabinet.
Come on, let's go. Come on,
All right, let's go.
come on. Come on.
Mr. Tucker, come on.
The wife opened the cabinet to get the toaster out, and the cat jumped in behind, and she has no clue, and he's still sitting in there.
That's good stuff.
Pretty funny.
All right. Here we go. Which of the following animals have been on the planet longer than trees? Is it A?
Fine.
You'd be surprised. Is it A, horses, B, ducks, C, sharks, D, rats?
It's gonna be legendary.
Say that again. What are they?
Is it A, horses, B, ducks, C, sharks, D, rats?
I got my answer ready.
All right, let's see what
That's
you
the
got.
logical one.
Everyone has selected C, and they are correct. The answer is C, sharks.
Well, they live in water.
Yeah.
They don't need trees.
But they've been around longer than trees. All right. This is the question that inspired my intro today. How many Earths can fit in Uranus? Is it A, 54, B,
You mean
63, 0, ouch, my anus, D, 36.
okay? I want to do ouch Uranus because it's funny.
I have no idea.
Say that again.
How many Earths
How
can
many-
fit in Uranus? Is it A, 54, B, 63, C, 0, ouch, my anus, D, 36.
I'm gonna go with this one.
All right. This is a random guess, but this one
All
hasn't been the answer a lot, so that's why I went with it.
Jay Hizzle and Captain Slub selected A. Jazz and Texas have selected D. They are all wrong. The answer is B, 63.
Dang it.
63. Whew.
I thought about going with B.
I went with an even number.
At least
can
it
fit-
wasn't C. Ouch, my anus.
Yes.
Uranus is bigger than,
Yeah.
much bigger than Earth.
Yeah, you can,
Hey, what'd you say about my anus?
you can
It's
fit
bigger than Earth.
63 Earths
I mean,
inside
Down the
Uranus.
hallway.
That's amazing, ain't it? All
That
right.
is.
2 more questions to go. Sir Nils Olaf is A, a penguin in the Norwegian King's Guard. B, a man knighted by the Queen of England. C, a fictional literary character. D, a porn star.
Say the name again.
Say it again.
Sir Nils Olaf.
Is which question? Which, repeat the answers.
Is he A, a penguin in the Norwegian King's Guard? B, a man knighted by the Queen of England? C, a fictional literary character? D, a porn star?
Either one or the other, but I'm not 100% sure.
I have no idea.
I'm
so
going with this one.
I'm going with this one.
All right, let's see what you got.
Well, he's called Sir, so I'm going with B.
Wait,
You know what? You know what? What's the? I'm going to change it up.
so wait, one of us is going to be right.
All right, Jay Hizzle has selected D. Captain Slow has selected B. The Jazz has selected C. And Texas has selected A. The answer is A. He is a penguin, an honorary Sir knighted by the King of Norway.
For the record, that was my original answer, but I went against the grain.
I thought about it, but I thought Rick might want to put a porn star in there, so I was trying to think about who the author of these
See.
questions.
See, and I did that purposely because I was like, yeah, because they'll think that's what I said. Why would they think it would be a penguin? That's just weird.
Tried to put my head in Rick's for a second, and I got scared.
That's a scary place up there. All right, here's your final question, gentlemen. In the year 1989, the Soviet Union sold 17 submarines, a frigate, a cruiser, and a destroyer, making who the 6th largest military power? Was it A, Canada, B, Scotland, C, Japan, D, Pepsi?
Waiting for Iraq.
Can you give me the countries again, please? I got thrown off by your last one.
Yes.
Was it A, Canada, B, Scotland, C, Japan, D, Pepsi?
I don't really
Can you imagine a bunch of Scottish men in their kilts getting in a submarine?
I can.
I haven't got my answer yet. I don't know. I'm gonna guess.
I'll wear a kilt and participate in the Highland Games, and I still get made fun of.
All right, let's see what you got.
They did it. They did it.
They did it. I'm going with it.
All right. Jay Hizzle has selected B. Captain Slow has selected C. The Jazz has selected B. And Texas has selected D. Believe it or not, the answer is D. Pepsi. In 1989, the Soviet Union had sold a frigate, 17 submarines, a cruiser, and a destroyer to Pepsi in order for them to distribute into the Soviet Union Pepsi.
Is that legal?
Wow.
A company
Wow.
from the Navy?
Yeah.
So like I could just buy like a bore ship and like
Yeah.
do whatever I want.
You just can't get the ammo to make the guns go bang.
Which is ridiculous.
I know
Another
if
subject, another day.
Yep.
If I'm in international waters, though, can I do whatever I want?
Yeah.
Sure.
If you can find someone to give you the ammo.
Russia, duh.
Now, I don't know if somebody from Pepsi was like, okay, we'll use the submarine to get the Pepsi over there or what the deal was, but, so be it.
Smart marketing ploy.
So, that was our last question for Idiot's Trivia. Our winner tonight is Texas.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ooh, I mean, yay, Texas, nice job.
Hey, champion, you want to tell him what he's won tonight?
Texas, you have won absolutely nothing. It's like, whose line is it anyway? The points did not matter.
Yes.
And Jay Hizzle, before you cry and keep saying that the score should be different, I did get the last two right. You got them.
Oh, I know. You would have won no matter what. I agree. But at first, I do think that we were tied for a while.
The first
Fine,
question
we
is
were
zero.
tied, but I got.
But then you
right.
won. But then you won. I'm glad you got those right, so there wasn't any kind of controversy.
Just separated himself from the pack.
Yes, thank you, Texas. You're really good at useless trivia knowledge.
You can go to Applebee's with me any day on Tuesday trivia night.
Yeah, we're taking you to trivia night. Watch. Next thing you know, Texas is on Jeopardy making like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Who's worthless now?
But it's not a multiple choice.
I had a lot of fun looking up these useless trivia questions.
All right,
by the
next
way.
thing you know, Texas is on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, winning $1 million. Who's worthless now? Nice job, Texas.
I think we'll do this again because I really like looking up these questions.
All right. Well, that was the game of the week, and now it's time for some sports.
Alrighty. So, the World Series has ended. The Dodgers have beat the Tampa Bay Rays 4-2.
Awful.
During the game, Justin Turner, third baseman for the Dodgers, was taken out for a positive COVID test.
Which is weird.
After the Dodgers won the game, Justin Turner was seen out on the field celebrating with his teammates with only a mask on. So now...
Paper mask at that.
I just don't understand. So he was getting tested during the game?
Well, supposedly Monday they did a test and it came back inconclusive. So pretty much it was a maybe. And they did another test, but for some reason they let him still go out there. If I was Tampa Bay, I would have protested saying that there's an illegal player. Because if you think about college football, what happens when there's an ineligible player and they play a game? That game is forfeited, right?
Yes.
It should be 3-3 going to a game 7. If I were the Rays, I'd be making a big deal about it. Because who knows when the Dodgers actually knew?
That's true. That's very true.
They still put him out there.
Although, depending on how they did the tests, like those rapid tests, they're only 60% accurate.
Yes,
So-
true.
So,
Well,
They pulled him in the 7th inning for a positive COVID test, and he was out there running around with his teammates. There's word saying he's going to get a massive fine from baseball for breaking protocol, at least $1 million. But I think the Dodgers should be fined as well.
I agree with that. It won't matter. You can't fine them. They'll just pay it because they literally bought the championship. I'm sorry, but they spent like 3 times the amount of money the Rays did on their entire payroll.
Well, so the Yankees, but the Yankees didn't get by him.
I just don't understand what's the point of COVID testing if you're not going to wait for the results before you play the game. We're testing all the players. We don't know what the results are. They're playing right now, but if one comes back, we'll pull that guy off the field.
Well, I mean, I don't have all the details in front of me, but it could have been one of those things where their rapid test showed that he was negative or positive, but another one showed that he was negative. You know what I mean? So he probably could have contested and went back on the field. I don't know.
What would happen if he tested positive for steroids or PEDs?
he would have been suspended like a handful of games.
You just had to-
In other COVID-related news, the Wisconsin Badgers are forfeiting their game this weekend because their quarterback and backup quarterback tested positive for COVID. The quarterback of the Clemson Tigers, oh God, his name just left my brain. Trevor Lawrence tested positive and is out against Boston College. In week 1 of the Big Ten, Michigan State suffered a terrible beating by Rutgers University, who has not won a Big Ten opener since joining the Big Ten. Go Rutgers!
Have they not won a Big Ten game in like 21 games?
Something like that, yeah. And then on the other hand, the University of Michigan stomped the University of Minnesota.
Yeah, I didn't see either of those scenarios coming.
And then
I didn't know. Has any team ever had 7? I'm sure they have, but 7 turnovers in the game is like unheard of.
And then the reason I was in Fort Worth, the NASCAR race started Sunday. They got 52 laps in, then the rain settled in, and it got postponed to Monday. And then there was still rain, so it got postponed to Tuesday. And then there was still rain, so it got postponed to Wednesday. And then Kyle frickin' Busch won.
Ungas mileage. Boo.
Boo, 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 boo.
And this week is the last week of the round of 8, and they are in Martinsville Motor Speedway. And Brad Keselowski has the pole.
All right, Brad.
I'm only 4 hours away, gentlemen. The house is open. I've been there. I watched Dale Jr. win his race there. It is an awesome place to go.
Have you been to Bristol yet?
Oh, yes. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been to Bristol.
So
yeah, we want to go there next year for the dirt
That's
race.
the one track I really want to go to. That and Talladega.
It's amazing. Amazing. Talladega is like zoom, and then you got to, like...
So what's your
Oh, here they come.
What's your favorite track that you've been to so far? I lost.
We lost you.
Martinsville, by far.
Really, Martinsville.
Martinsville. It is a awesome place. Now, Bristol is the old school. Bristol is fantastic. New school, don't even waste your money. Go to Martinsville. It's so much better.
I'm sorry, but I think I might want to try to go see the dirt racing at Bristol.
That would be awesome.
You're going to cook that dirt off that track. I guarantee it.
That would be awesome.
I still want to see it. I want to be there watching the dirt get cooked.
I watched the World of Outlaws back in 05 or 04, and that was a blast at Bristol. That was the last time they covered it in dirt.
All right, maybe we'll do a podcast episode from Bristol.
Okay, go back to 10 o'clock.
That'd be awesome.
So I have one more thing to say. Big Ten's overrated.
I just had to throw it out there.
Overrated.
I just had to throw it out there because they're big MSU homers, and in the last game, Jay Hizzle said MSU would win and Michigan would lose, and that did not happen.
The SEC is far superior.
I don't think that's true at all. The SEC is like a couple good teams, and then everyone else sucks. For the Big Ten, everyone can beat everyone any night besides Ohio State. Usually can beat everyone.
I can't really say much about Tennessee. They got abysmally beated by Alabama this weekend. So,
Roll Tide.
oh, mute. Where's the mute button at here? Mute.
He doesn't even follow college football. He's just pissing you off.
Wait a minute. Does that mean you date your sister?
Because that's kind of like what they do in Alabama.
Yes.
And that's pretty much all I got for sports.
Okay. Wait, real quick for sports. Has anybody heard about the backyard wrestler that broke both his legs this week?
I heard about it after you put something on Facebook.
That was gruesome. I'm popping it on the screen.
Oh dear God.
I have an interesting question. Did that one wrestling thing take place that we all guessed for?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to look at the thing and see who did what.
Okay. I was just curious.
All right, check this out. I'm gonna have the sound play, but
Oh
my gosh! So those listening to the audio, this backyard wrestler landed and like
his knees went
Both
Like
his
he-
knees went the wrong way.
They look like noodles from a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Oh man, which
Oh,
Ouch!
back.
That will
Oh.
ruin your weekend.
Ouch.
That'll ruin your year.
Years.
that's
Yeah,
Well,
why
it is 2020.
But yeah.
that's why I don't wrestle.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have wrestled in a backyard ring like that anyways. You can just tell how badly that was built. Secondly, that guy was a little too heavy to be jumping on his legs like
Yes.
that with a ring not
Yes.
built the right way.
Yes.
But,
Especially since it looked like his legs were little and skinny, but his body was huge.
Right. But he was also dressed up like Sting from the Wolfpack in in the late 90s. But anyways, they do have a GoFundMe for him. He's trying to raise $200,000 to cover medical expenses, loss of work, that kind of stuff. So anybody listening to this, if they want to donate to that GoFundMe, wrestler Chris Jericho donated $2,000 to it. You can
nice.
find that. Just look up GoFundMe, wrestler with broken legs. That's all I got.
Broke my leg. It ain't
All right.
cheap to get it fixed.
Nothing's cheap these days.
No.
But I don't think looking at hockey, there's not a ton of hockey news going on right now. So we're in the off season. So
I
quiet.
do have to say the Dallas Stars unveiled their new alternate jersey, and that jersey was sweet.
That is sweet.
It
It is
really
a
sweet.
blackout jersey with like neon green, and I thought it looked fantastic.
I thought it reminded me of the NFL rush uniforms. Of course, I don't like the Dallas Stars anyways.
Well, of course you don't. You're a Nashville Predator fan, but
Dallas.
It's
Stars.
98, baby. 98.
And
Believe it or not, in
also,
Nashville, we'll sing the national anthem, and when they say stars and stripes on the national anthem, we'll say stars suck when they're in town.
that's awesome. One
we'll
cool
have
thing-
to catch a game in Nashville when they start allowing fans back in the stands.
There you go. That's
There's
it.
a
Oh,
jersey.
And
Jay Hizzle was here, what, in 19, wasn't it? No, 18. He was here in 18 and went with me.
But yeah,
I really
the
like that
Red Wings-
jersey.
Red Wings actually won that game.
yeah.
Yes, I'll never forget it.
It was a good game though. I could have gone either way.
Could you
But,
imagine that? Do you think that glows in the dark?
Looks like it.
It's
If
got
it did, that would be awesome.
especially if
I'm-
they like blacked out the entire ring for the most part and did like.
I
a
don't
blue
know if
light.
it glows in the dark, but I'm sure like a black light on that thing will just glow.
Right.
Yes.
Steve Eisman at the GM meeting though for the Red Wings, he complained and said they need to change the draft rules so that the teams that do really bad have a better chance of getting the overall pick.
Agreed.
Well, I
Agreed.
I do agree.
Yep.
There is no reason a team that was in the playoffs, even though it's an expanded playoff, should get the first overall pick, and the team with the worst record has the fourth overall pick. That should not
It used
happen.
to be only like the worst like 6 or 7 teams had the chance, so it made the odds a lot better. So that's
but because the Edmonton Oilers got the first round pick year after year after
Yeah.
year after year.
They did nothing
but
with
they
it.
sucked year after year after year after year. So I mean, I never was
Still can't do anything. They still can't do anything. The only reason they're even halfway competitive is because Connor,
Yeah.
whatever is McDavid. That's the only reason why.
That guy's amazing though.
Yes, he is amazing. He's heads and tails above better than Sidney.
Oh,
Chokespeed.
Don't say that. He'll start crying.
He was mean to me on a podcasting.
Yes, he'll probably. Yeah. Have you seen the meme of him raising the baby bottle instead of the Stanley Cup,
That's
or
awesome.
the meme where he raises the I think the ref whistle instead of the instead of the Stanley Cup? I've got him here somewhere.
Nice. All right, I think that does sports. And you know what that?
Oh,
means?
one more
What?
thing real quick. Sorry. The Detroit Tigers are hiring the former Astros manager AJ Hinch.
Oh,
That's a good hire.
Keep
He's
him
not-
away from the trash cans.
Okay, will do. But all right. Oh, there's the meme of Sidney Crosby
That's
with
it.
the baby bottle.
That's how I feel about him.
All right, guys, it's time for the top 5. At least someone was paying attention, Rick.
I'm off today.
It's off day. All right, top 5 this week. Sticking with the Halloween theme because Halloween is Saturday. Most Saturdays when kids go out and play. I was up in my room. I let the stereo play. Anyway.
Also, so you guys realize once this airs, Halloween will be over, daylight savings time will be over, and the election will finally be over.
Or right around election time.
Well, no, the election may not be over till the 12th because some states are allowed to count their ballots until the 12th.
Unless it's a landslide for someone, but it'll be close.
It's going to be neck and neck.
Either way, though, we're doing top 5 favorite Halloween candy bars or candy, period. Top 5 candy.
There you go.
Candy.
And we're going to start even more southern Tennessee. We'll start with Texas and work our way north.
Okay, so I picked the top 5 favorite candies I love getting as a kid, or the top 5 favorite candies I take out of dad tax from my kids as candy.
Yes, the dad tax. I love it.
Dad tax.
The dad tax.
Number 5 is the Kit Kat bars. I love Kit Kats.
Give me a break.
Number 4, Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie.
Number 3, the Tootsie Pops. Number 2, Twizzlers. And number 1, Dots.
Ooh. I'm just picturing like things to kids like, all right, kids, if I'm elected, I'm going to lower the dad tax. No longer will you have to give away 10 pieces of candy. We're going to lower it to 5. But if Sleepy Joe wins, you're going to be paying 20 pieces of candy.
This is candy.
So think about that when you vote 2020. Donald, sir, little kids can't vote. What do you mean they can't vote?
Mail-in ballots. They can too.
Yeah. Do they not know how to use the mail?
People's CAT scan.
All right, we're going to move our way north to Tennessee. The Jazz.
The Jazz. Well, I'm going to be like my other cohort here, and I've got honorable mentions.
The Justin.
The Tootsie Roll Fruit Chews. Those are fantastic. I love them things, especially the orange ones. Sour Patch Kids. Snickers. Hershey's cookies and cream bars. I love them things. And then Milky Ways.
We lost your audio. Nope, still gone. Can't hear you.
Close.
Now.
There you go.
There I am.
Okay, so you got your honorable mentions in, then we lost you.
Number 5, the Heath Bar.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Number 4, I love saltwater taffy, so the next substitute is Laffy Taffy.
Oh,
yes.
I forgot about Banana Laffy Taffy. We lost your audio again.
Oh, we did? I just like how
His mouth was moving, but he was not.
Okay, am I back again?
There we go.
Okay. Number 3, Butterfingers.
Nobody put their finger.
Number 2, Kit Kats, but the white version of Kit Kats.
Ooh, ghost. Ooh, racist.
Black Kit Kats matter.
Chocolate Kit Kats matter. We lost your audio again.
What's number 1?
Whoppers. Whoppers.
Oh, God.
I will eat my weight in Whoppers.
Whoppers, huh?
I remember that was part of my definition.
Yes, it was. Your definition of WAP.
Oh, God, I forgot about that this week. Oh, no. I completely tuned that part out. Oh, man.
All right. Let's go up to Rick. What's your top 5?
All right. So for my top 5, number 5 is the Starburst Jelly Beans.
Ooh.
Those are amazing. My number 4 are Crunch Bars.
Oh, good.
Those are good.
My number 3, Andy's Mints.
My cousin?
Those chocolate.
Daughter will eat her weight in those. She loves those things.
Things are fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. Things you get from restaurants.
Oh yeah.
Number 2, and I haven't seen them in a while, but do you remember they were called Nickel Nips?
No.
They were like a juice, but they were in like a wax plastic thing that looked like a
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those were amazing. Those were my favorite as a kid. I used to get those from the pharmacy all the time when I was a kid.
When you said nickel nips, I thought you meant like Nickelback's nipples or something like that. I was like, they made a candy?
I am not sucking on Trek Hoger's nipples, okay? And my number 1, Reese's.
Yes, Reese's.
I love Reese's. At one point, they had they called them Inside Out Reese's. They had the peanut butter on the outside, the chocolate on the inside. Those were amazing. I wish they wouldn't have gotten rid of those. And of course, when they do the holiday ones, like the trees and the pumpkins, those are probably the best ones. Cause
I love the Easter Reese's. The Easter Reese's eggs are my all-time favorite.
I don't know what it is about when they do the holiday ones, about with the pumpkin and the egg and the tree, but there's a different consistency to it compared to a regular Reese cup, and they're just phenomenal.
I love the trees.
Reese's is my number
I'll
1.
eat those nonstop.
White Reese's is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a racist!
Homie, go for it.
Chocolate candies matter, damn it.
Oh man. Captain B, what do you got?
I have a lot of honorable mentions.
All right, let's hear them.
Butterfinger, Laffy Taffy, Crunch, Smarties, love Smarties, Nerds, Kit Kats, Whoppers. Yes,
Whoppers or
as
Whop?
a kid, I ate a lot of Whoppers.
Not eating much now, are you?
Nope. Number 5, the Twix. Number 4, Milky Way. Number 3, Three Musketeers. Number 2 is Reese's. And my favorite candy bar is the Snickers.
All right.
Is there a reason we're doing some ASMR over there, Jay Hizzle?
He's like whispering into his mic as I'm whistling it off.
Just adding to it.
It's like he's getting
He's
sexual with
dirty
it.
talking to himself.
Yes. He's got the Milky Way so bad. Oh, he's got the Milky Way.
Oh, and the Reese's.
He's got the Twix on his nipples.
He likes the right
That white Snickers.
He rubs the Whoppers on his nipples.
Fuck that left Twix.
All right, guys. You're going to find this hard to believe, but I also have some honorable mentions.
No way.
No.
No.
It's a regular Hershey bar, Nerds, Reese's Pieces, or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And then someone said the Crunch Bar. I'm like, oh yeah, Crunch Bar, duh. And this one's just random, but I get them for Easter, chocolate bunnies. They're shaped like a bunny and they're chocolate and they're really good.
I don't think you usually get those in Halloween.
We're doing Halloween candies.
On Halloween.
Up with chocolate Easter bunnies.
I got last year's Easter candy. Here you go.
I'm not sure what I was thinking. Oh well. All right, at number
You
5.
joke, but if I didn't go trick or treating with the kids, that's what I'd be passing out as my holiday Easter candy.
Number 5 is Junior Mints. I love Junior Mints, especially when I was a kid. Number 4, Kit Kat bars. Give me a break, guys.
The white ones?
I mean,
Or
I
the
like
black
both.
ones?
Both. I mean, I'm. And then number 3, Twix. Part of why I like Twix is because you get like 2 bars in one package, but they're really good.
Do you like left or righty more?
They're both pretty good, but maybe right because left's more difficult to deal with when it comes to left turns.
He puts the left one up his
Or
butt.
left politics?
That's true. And number 2 is Almond Joys.
His
Almond
Joys.
He
Because it's got nuts.
on his nipples.
I like the
Joy of them.
Almond Joys have nuts, and he likes to put the nuts in his mouth.
Sounds like a really bad, like, sex call line.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't.
It's our Halloween special where we
Just put the nuts in your mouth.
Oh, number 1,
and bite hard.
Hershey's Cookies and Cream. Oh my goodness.
Oh, cookies and cream is a good one. Again, he's going white.
I like my cookies creams.
They're so good. Oh man,
Just so
Now-
creamy.
you like to cream the cookies.
Only thing I don't like about Halloween is they don't pass out the zero bars. That is my most favorite candy bar, but it's not a Halloween candy.
I mean, you could have said it if you wanted to. I don't care. You like zero bars? I like chocolate bunnies.
The
Okay.
thing I don't like is too many tacos.
Hey, I had a lady passing out Jello shots while I was trick or treating the other year. That was awesome.
Yes.
You're high on sugar, you'll get high on alcohol. All right. Well, that is the top 5, and now it is one of my favorite segments, Cop Talk. And now it's time for Cop Talk. Ugh, tasers hurt.
Yes, they do.
Have you been tased before?
Worst 5 seconds of your life.
I've been tased. I've been maced. I've been handcuffed. I have fought off being tased and handcuffed at the same time. Yeah, it's been fun.
What did you
Be
do?
slow. That's not what your wife said.
What did you do?
I actually was training to be a cop at one time.
Okay, so it wasn't like you were running from law enforcement or doing weird things in the bedroom.
No. No.
He'd be the guy that walks through and go, "Yes, sir, I'll listen."
Yeah, that he would be one intimidating officer.
And now he gets home, his wife takes out the taser. No, please don't.
Give Beatslow props because it takes a different type of person to do that job. It is not easy at all.
No, I struggle.
Especially when some of the things you see on the scene, it's not it can make you sick really quick.
Yeah. Mental health is pretty hard. I can't even think what I'm talking about.
It's really hard.
And I'm sitting across the table from him. Great.
All right. What do you want to talk about? I have a story too. I don't know where you want me to put it in.
Oh,
You know where you need to put it in.
you just said
Put it in there.
It's really hard. Let me know where you want me to put it in.
The story. You guys are such pervs.
Oh, we lost your audio again.
Oh yeah, we lost your audio. Nope, still nothing.
Oh,
Nothing.
just your reaction is funny.
We can't hear nothing from Tennessee.
Oh, it's Tennessee.
There it is.
There you
There
go.
it is. Hey, Rick is missing being played footsie with Brian. I mean, come on.
I was missing that, yes. But
Hairy toes.
all right. What do you got for us?
Oh, first let's talk about Philadelphia.
The city of
In
brotherly
West
love.
Philadelphia, born and raised
Born and
on a
raised.
playground. We
got
we
tased.
riot.
Oh, in Philadelphia, I'm sure everybody's seen the news. 2 cops shot a dude running after him with a knife. And then the city burned. And everyone's basically saying, you can't do that. Why? Well, why not? If someone's coming at you with a knife and you have a gun, what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, the media is not telling them that they had a knife.
See, the problem is we all know that this was a clean shoot, and these officers get to go home to their families. You know, and that's fantastic that they can go home. It's sad that the guy had to get shot and die, especially because he had some mental health issues.
That is sad.
But listen to your commands, and you ain't going to get shot. But the problem is these cops are going to be cleared after they have all their therapy and stuff for the psychological damage that's been done, and they're going to be allowed to return to the streets. They probably won't be able to because they have been vilified by the media. They have been turned into a bad guy, and it's no longer safe for them to be a cop.
And they were just doing their job.
And they were doing their job, and they were responding to a call for help. Who's booing?
I think he's booing the fact that they will be vilified. And
yeah, I know it is. It's terrible. I mean, and that just pisses me off. And then these people are like, hey, I'm going to go burn my own community down. Yeah, because that's smart.
Well, there's two questions that one I'll answer because I already know the answer.
Most of the time, they're not burning down their own community. It's people being bussed in to burn down the community.
Bust in.
Free stuff. Yeah.
Well, that was pretty fast to have a bus in. But one question is, well, why didn't they use tasers? And when I was reading about it, I learned that department does not have tasers for all their officers due to budget problems. And so also, that makes you want to rethink, all right, if we're going to cut budgets to police, not only is training get cut, but they might not be able to have less lethal weapons because they can't afford them. So now guns are what they have and the only thing they have for self-defense. So I think it might be better to pour more money into them, get better training and get better,
Well, let me ask you this question. If you're a lone officer there, would you have, and you had a taser, would you have your taser out or your gun out?
Well, if you're a lone officer, you'd have your gun, but he wasn't a lone officer. And then the other question, I don't know the answer to that. Well, I know it's how they're trained and it kind of makes sense, but some people were saying, they're interviewing a guy, well, they should just shot him in the leg.
You don't do that.
No, you aim center mass.
Okay, let me explain this to you. When you're in a life or death situation, you lose your dexterities. You lose your eyesight. You lose your hearing. You are focused on that one point. Anything around you, you have no idea what's going on. You can't sit there and go, hold on, let me take 30 seconds to go ahead and make sure I hit your leg as you're running at me. What you're going to miss anyway, because you can't hardly hit a moving target with a pistol. It does not happen. So you shoot center mass. That's the biggest area to hit. And you shoot to stop the threat.
Bingo.
And people always ask, like they'll ask a lot of cops, well, why did you shoot all 17 rounds? I ran out. Because you don't know what's going on. You're just sitting there, you're pulling the trigger. You don't know. He's still coming. You're still pulling that trigger.
And then once he's down is when you stop.
Yeah.
Exactly. How many times do you count? You don't count. You just shoot until you can't pull.
And you know what? You will never hear your firearm go bang, ever. You will never recall ever hearing it go off. You won't be able. You're not sitting there counting. You have no idea.
It's adrenaline dump.
In training, we're taught 2 shots. No, double tap, bang, bang.
Yep.
That's stupid. And then they also teach you what's called a vest drill because a lot of people wear vests now. 2 in the vest, 1 in the head. So that way, the vest, they keep coming at you, but you hit them in the head, they ain't going to keep coming.
But it's harder to hit him in the head, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That target or this target? Pick one.
Yep. So you always shoot center mass. It doesn't matter where you hit them. You know what? It's going to, as I was always taught, your plan is to disrupt their plan.
In the state of Texas, if you go to class to do concealed carry or whatnot, you are told by the instructor, if you pull your gun and you aim it at somebody, tend to kill them. Shoot to kill, don't shoot to wound.
Yes.
Always be sure.
Which is...
And if you're not sure you can do it, don't. Unless you have no choice. If you're a civilian out there and you're concealed carrying and you see something, be a good eyewitness if you need to.
Exactly.
Yep, because that way, especially if your family's with you.
Yep.
But if you're being directly threatened, take them out.
Yep, don't take. You or your family, you absolutely take them out right away. But that's why I'm always against open carry.
Yes.
Is it fine? Sure, you can open carry. Who cares? Except you're sitting there, you're in the gas station, you're up at the counter, your back's to the door, guy comes in the door to rob the place, they see gun, you're dead. Whereas if you're
the target,
if you are concealed carrying and they give the order to get on the ground, you can get on the ground and then eventually they're going to turn their back to you. And then you have that element of surprise.
Yeah, but in all fairness, maybe someone wants to carry a gun, but they don't have their license, so that's the only way they can carry it.
Well, get your license.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
And the moment you sit down in a car, it's considered concealed and it's a felony.
Well,
not in Tennessee.
You're in Michigan. The moment your shirt just covers just a 1/4 inch of it, it's a felony.
That's ridiculous.
It is.
Not as bad
if you're open carrying and you get on a motorcycle, even though everyone can still see you, it's considered concealed carry in the state of Michigan.
All gun laws are unconstitutional.
Agreed.
Huh. Very interesting.
Except I like the law where the felons aren't allowed to have them.
Well, that's about the only one.
I say that's kind of an important one.
That's obvious.
Yeah, no, those Philly officers, they did right. They were fine. It's sad that the guy's gone. But like here in Battle Creek, there was a shooting. We discussed this thing last week, just down the road from my house.
Yep.
And the officers did really good. I mean, from what I've seen the dash cam videos. They didn't have body cams because the city doesn't have them. They just bought them, and they're just now implementing them right now. They just got the budget for them. But there's 3 dash cams there, and they show, and he's just saying, drop the gun. You know, he tells him to put his hand up there. He puts his hand on the dash. The officer goes in to grab the gun. The guy moves for it. There's a struggle, and then he goes to grab another one that's on the floorboard, and that's when he gets shot. And that is what they call disrupting the plan. He shot the guy in the arm. Guess what? He's alive. It disrupted the plan. You know, so that's good training.
Yep.
And
That's what needs is good training.
Yep. If you want police reform, training. There's no money for training.
Money for training and money for a healthy budget for at least body cams and like good,
and
not
the
tasers.
biggest problem is these city councils, these township boards, these village boards, these county boards. They keep taking money away. So what do? They lay off officers. They don't get new equipment. They don't get the training.
Yep.
And even though the budget is approved, the voters vote for them to have that budget. The council can still take it away.
Which is dumb because
that's what they do is they take away 25% of their budget, 40% of their budget, and the money just sits there in the general fund, not getting used.
And it leads to more potential shootings and more crime that can't be. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it takes longer for officers to respond.
Yep.
It's terrible. But in Philadelphia, the riots. Stop calling them protests, damn it.
They're not.
They're not a protest. They're a riot.
I think they call them. At least Fox News calls them riots.
Protest is peaceful. Riots are not peaceful.
Yep.
The great Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Once you pick up a brick, it is no longer a protest. It is a riot."
Yeah.
Bingo.
Unless you're building something, then it's like a construction.
God, I wish he was still around today.
Oh, there'd be mass change.
He's rolling over in his grave right now with all this crap.
Yes.
MLK was a great man. Great man. We need more people like him out there. Oh my goodness. And then in Philadelphia, 30 cops were hurt on the first night. One was a sergeant run over by a truck. Come on,
that's
people.
not good.
I mean, there's no regard for human life. It's terrible. This country is awful when it comes to violent crimes. No matter who they are, they're going after everybody. It's terrible.
Wrong.
Yep. And we'll go to the city of New York. The NYPD has warned people about the election night. They cannot control the violence.
The swing states
Michigan Supreme Court candidates are nominated by political parties.
Jay Hizzle must be bored, so he's watching political ads.
What you said?
Well, at least you guys aren't staring at your phones during my segment this time.
He was talking about
Last time I was texting Jay Hizzle, thank you.
well, because we're talking about the being called riots on Fox News. So I went to Fox News to see what's called a riot, and there was an article that said, "What happens if there's a tie in the Electoral College?" And I'm like, "What does happen?"
Oh, I read that.
It goes to the Supreme Court.
Yep.
They go to the House.
The House, which means
and it's not each member; it's each state. So whatever state has more of what gets that vote. Michigan has more Republicans. Republicans would get the vote.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
So no matter what, like Trump would win Michigan.
But in the midterm, who becomes the interim president?
Well, I mean, they would
Nancy Pelosi.
Yes.
No. But they
if
would.
The House doesn't decide.
Yes.
Jeez. This is not going to happen, though.
Everything would be contested in the Supreme Court, though. Everything.
Well, the vice president's chosen by the Senate, so it's possible you could get Mike Pence in working with Joe Biden. I feel better about that.
Yeah.
Donald Trump. That would not work, though. Like, Mike Pence could work with Joe Biden, but I don't.
Well, Joe Biden can't think on his own, so Pence should be president then. Right?
But yeah, I don't think Harris could work with Trump.
Yeah,
Can you imagine? Go ahead, Rick.
You're probably going to say the same thing I was. Could you imagine? Hey, Kamala, Kamala, whatever the hell your name is.
it wouldn't work.
Yes.
But the more likely scenario would be
Hey, communists, come over here.
yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine Biden and Trump working together as president and vice president, either or switch way? Can you imagine that?
Oh, that'd be entertaining.
That was like when they were doing it. I can't tell you how long ago, but that's what we used to do. We used to not select the side the first and second place. First would become president, second would become vice president.
Yep, that's how.
And their ideas would combine, and they would make a stronger country. Right now, we're just fighting each other.
Yep.
It would be like a reboot of Grumpy Old Men.
He's right.
By the end of the presidency, they're going to be like almost in their, well, Biden would be in his 80s.
Biden at the end of his presidency.
And the president and vice president are coming out with their walkers.
Well, it's going to be really interesting if Biden becomes president because he's going to be hiding in the basement of the White House.
If you're voting Biden, you're voting Camellia in the discussion. That's who you're voting for.
You mean Camel Toe?
Yeah, well, her too.
They're going to vote him out almost immediately for mental reasons.
25th Amendment.
His dementia's
Well,
so bad.
Pelosi's already getting it around. She's already getting the 25th Amendment around. So if Biden wins, they go right to Camilla.
Yep.
Camel Toe. Right to Camel Toe Harris.
Yep.
And we'll be in trouble.
Anyway, I was saying that NYPD told people they need to get their own armed guards because they can't provide security during the election because the violence in the city is so out of control and they're fearful for what's going to happen on election night. So all these big old hotels, they're hiring off-duty police from areas to come in and they're giving them submachine guns to protect the buildings.
Sweet.
They're giving them all MP5s.
Maybe something of like Arnold came in and like just for an hour worked the security with a machine gun.
Can't hear you again.
Yeah,
How did they get those approved so quickly?
They're billionaires.
I mean, seriously, think about that. New York. If I was to carry through New York to go to Maine, I would go to jail as soon as I got stopped by the first cop. Even carrying just a regular firearm.
Their private security is not security companies; they're police officers.
See, that's
those types of things.
That's the difference.
Yep.
And citizens there can get guns, but
And go back to Philadelphia. The Philadelphia police found a van full of explosives ready to go kaboom.
Oh, so they stopped explosion.
Oh yeah, they did. So again, good job, Philly. And I want to go back because this popped in my mind. Directing traffic. Has anyone here ever tried to direct traffic of any shape or form before?
Yes,
I mean, for hockey, I directed in the park. We were volunteering at the
I
game
have to do
festival.
it at work.
So I would say you never understand the extent of human stupidity until you have directed traffic. Can I go through here? No. Why? No, but I live there. Sorry, it's closed. What happened? Shark attack. Every time a car tries to get by me, I kick it and put a big dent in the side.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is that legal?
They're violating the law by disregarding my orders.
Okay, that's a little different.
Why can't I get through here? All your neighbor's house is on fire. I don't care. I have to go. No, go around.
I thought you meant you go ahead and then you just kick it as they go by.
Okay.
That would be a dick move. Go ahead.
no.
Go ahead. Wow.
No, that would be criminal. No, open, damn. No.
Yes.
I'm talking to my phone.
Yes, no.
I'm trying to find the article out of Texas because my phone closed it out. It's really funny.
I didn't do it.
It's out of Dallas.
Oh, yeah, I definitely didn't do it.
It's a few hours from you.
About 4, yeah.
Okay, let's see. I'm close.
Yeah, I
I know I'm
can't hear
close. There we go.
You lost it again.
All right. Can you guys see this?
If the jazz is going to become regular, we got to fix the audio.
Yes.
See that?
Yep.
That's a
Kinda.
Halloween decoration in Dallas.
Wow.
And it spawned a lot of police 911 calls. He said, if I'm going to do Halloween, I'm going to make it realistic. No fog machines. So he went out and bought dummies and 20 gallons of blood. Real blood. And just threw that out there.
Real blood?
I think, yeah, it's probably like pig blood or something.
Cow blood.
Okay.
But
that would
is
make sense.
Absolutely awesome, I think.
So it probably doesn't attract vampires then.
Yep, the title is Man's Gory Halloween Display Prompts Multiple Police Calls. Out of Dallas. It's really cool.
That
Anyway,
is something I would do. So.
this is where you can stick it in, Jay.
All right. So something
Gandalf over there jacking off.
something happened.
If the screen goes black, we all know what happened.
Run away! I'm in the room with him.
Something happened in Marquette. I'm just going to read the article because it's not that long. A general rule of life: if you're going to have spare keys to your car, make sure you don't leave them in your unlocked vehicle. A lesson learned the hard way by one Michigan sheriff.
Oh, the shit.
Marquette County Sheriff shared a story about an incident originally thought to be a prank. The sheriff of Marquette County sat down for an interview in a local morning radio show to promote an upcoming event with their drug take-back program. When he went to leave, he noticed his vehicle was missing. He had his keys and assumed his deputies were playing a prank. After all, who would have the fortitude to steal a very obviously marked police car? It's my dream.
Be surprised.
But after his deputies denied all knowledge, a report came in of a police vehicle abandoned in a ditch. Sure enough, someone had the Chuzpa, Chuzpa. How do you say that? Chuzpa? I'll just say someone had the balls to steal the sheriff's car. The suspect was discovered nearby about 10 minutes later. But how did he steal it so quickly? Was he a super criminal who can hotwire a car in a matter of minutes? Nope. Turns out there was an extra set of keys in the vehicle. Whoops. I would joke that someone's going to lose their job, but since he's elected, the sheriff is pretty safe.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then the article says, if you find yourself in Marquette County and you're seeking a thrill, do me a favor. Don't steal a police officer's vehicle. Instead, try something like cliff diving, which you can do right there in Marquette County at Black Rocks. It won't land you in jail. I always joke that I want to steal a police car, but I don't want to go to jail, so I won't. But if I could steal one without going to jail, I would actually.
He would steal B-Slows.
I would borrow.
Just become a reserve officer somewhere. You can just drive it.
Rick, you need the handlebar mustache.
Alien.
But all right. Well, that is cop talk. And speaking of Rick, what is that?
He's got an
in the
audience. Air? He is. He's in a movie theater.
It's Rick's segment.
That was quicker
than I haven't heard it yet. Oh, there he goes.
Had to make its way south.
It took a minute to get your way.
Yeah, just a minute.
All right. Well, I thought I would do something a little different today. I thought I would do stupid but true stories from my life.
Oh boy!
Alrighty then.
Do we have time for this? I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
Story 1. I became friends with the 3 yahoos on here.
There's actually 4 of us now today. Well, I guess in Tennessee they're not yahoos, they're jazzmen.
There you go.
Do they do the fingers? Jazz fingers?
So,
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers.
Fingers.
that's great.
What is that?
Texas has something
COVID
on
testing.
Oh.
Yeah, that seems right.
So Rick, what story do you have to share with us today?
All right. So, a while back, probably at this point, it would be about maybe 7 years ago. Before I started working where I work now, I was thinking of going back into pro wrestling. And I hadn't been doing it for a while, and I was like, I'll give it a try. And it just turned out that my former trainer, Dan Severn, was going to hold a seminar. So I was like, well, that'd be a good time to see if I can get back into it. So I signed up for it, and I got there, and it turned out it got canceled, and I didn't know. So I'm sitting there, and I'm talking to Dan, and we're having a conversation, and he takes down some information. He said, I think I can cut you a deal since you've been here before and you worked with us for a year, refereeing and everything. And I said, okay. So we shook hands, and I walked out the door, and I go to my old Crown Vic, and my tire is completely flat.
Oh, no.
Now, he lived out on Fisk Road. That's where his training facility was. And the mire was about a mile down the road. So, I went all the way to Meijer, got a can of Fix-A-Flat, and one of those tire inflating machines you can plug into your cigarette lighter. Walked all the way back, started pumping up the tire. Then he seen I was still there, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, my tire went flat." He goes, "You know, I have an air compressor in the barn. You could have just said something." Right. So, did all that for nothing, and then I realized I actually have a decent-sized hole in my tire because I could hear the damn thing deflating. So, I said to myself, well, what am I going to do? I got to make it back home. I'm in Coldwater, so I'm at least 40 minutes away. So what did I do? I pumped it up a second time, took some chewing gum, I stuck that sumbitch in the hole. I got back on 69. I drove 85 miles an hour from Coldwater all the way home, got home in 28 minutes, got in my driveway, still tire inflated, and then 5 minutes later, that sumbitch popped in the driveway.
Hey, at least you made it home.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is
Ingenuity.
a stupid but true story.
It works. Hey, don't knock it if it works.
I put a tie rod on my car with the inside of a pen once.
I just couldn't believe that chewing gum would hold the air in like it did, but it did. So
Pretty
That's awesome.
awesome.
You made it home. That's awesome.
It'd be pretty interesting for the car next to you seeing your tire blow a bubble every time it goes around. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh no! It looked normal all the way there, and then it was like as soon as it stopped, it must have been like overheated, and it was like fuck it, and it just. I was like, okay, well, at least I got home. So then I called my brother-in-law. He gave me another tire to get me around until I got to discount 2 days later. But yeah.
Did you ask for a rim job when you went there?
No, I didn't need an 18-inch rim job.
he just needed tires, not rims.
What'd you call?
What do you say when you walk in there, Jay?
Yeah.
I mean, just ask for what you want.
And what
do you want?
We already
The
have
Spice Girls told me to tell me what you want, what you really want. So I do. All right.
And what do you want, Jay Hazel?
What do you really, really want?
I want to move on to tweets.
It's the tweet of the week. Whoa. What button do I gotta press to get that to happen?
It is that time. Tweets of the week. All right. Guess what? I asked my phone, Siri, why am I so bad with women? She said, I'm Alexa, you moron.
Last Siri.
It's actually.
Why am I so bad with women?
What's Siri say?
I'm sorry to hear that. Talking to a friend or family member might help. If you want me to call or text someone, just ask.
Last night in bed, I was gazing up at the stars and thinking, where the hell's my roof?
You know, it's sad that Texas has started laughing at these. It's almost like he's either lost his mind or he's just given up.
You finally realized that it's funny.
It's funny.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
You know, some of them were really, really shitty in the beginning. I mean, they've gotten better over time. So at least
They have gotten a lot better.
Okay. Like this one. The day my daughter turns 18, I'm going to buy her a locket, put her picture in it, and when she opens it, tell her, well, I guess now you really are independent.
Oh my gosh.
I like that one. Oh, I had an industrial accident last week. I fell into an upholstery machine. but I'm fully recovered now. I like this one. 2 antennas got married. The ceremony was okay, but the reception was excellent.
We lost Rick.
We lost Rick?
Maybe
come on, Rick.
He's getting Guzzlebird.
He's got to wake up Guzzlebird.
The best part about being Russian is getting to vote in American elections, which is nice because we never get to vote in our own.
Okay, I got one. Today, today my son asked, "Can I have a bookmark?" And I burst into tears. 11 years old, and he still doesn't know my name is Brian. Can I have a bookmark? Yeah, I get it.
Bookmark.
Well, Brian looked perplexed, so I figured I should explain it to him, considering his name is Brian. That'll be his son in 6 years.
Okay, I got one.
Okay, what do you got?
Apparently, you can't use beef stew as a password. It's not stroganoff. I like the IT ones.
What do you call a masturbating cow?
A moosterbator?
Could be a masturbating moose.
Beef stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff.
Hey, why don't monsters eat ghosts? Because they taste like sheet.
Okay, we got to rein it in a little bit. It's almost time for bed.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more. Actually, that one. Nah, I'll do this one. My landlord texted saying we need to meet up and talk about how high my heating bill is. I replied back, "Sure, my door is always open." All right, let's see what our presidential candidates are tweeting about today. Sleepy Joe says, now, more than ever, we need a president who will choose compassion over cruelty. So he
doesn't want himself chosen.
Apparently not. He also said, you have my word. If I have the honor of serving as your president, I will do everything in my power to defeat COVID-19. Here's my plan to get it done. Which I'm pretty sure his plan is the exact same as Trump's that he's doing.
All everybody names.
Except I don't think Trump will shut the country down for 2
come on,
weeks.
man.
But don't worry, guys. Trump has things to say. So first he says, the fake news refuses to cover the fact that GDP went up 33.1% for the third quarter, the best numbers by far in our country's history.
Yep. Not going to cover that at all.
Hashtag facts.
Apparently, the ex-governor Rick Snyder of Michigan is doing something to make President Trump pissed because he says, failed rhino, former governor Rick Snyder of Michigan was a disaster with respect to the Flint water catastrophe and a very bad governor overall. He hurt so many people with his gross incompetence. He reminds me of Sleepy Joe. So I don't know what happened there.
He actually helped our state's debt tremendously.
He did a lot of good things. He got rid of the stupid pricing law, too, where you had to price every item, and if it's wrong, then... So basically, someone could come switch the price and claim that it was wrong, and they could get money. Yeah, I didn't like that either.
No.
It's a form of retail fraud.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they changed that. So, and then your vote on Tuesday, November 3rd, is going to save our country. We are going to defeat the Marxists, socialists, rioters, flag burners, and left-wing extremists. Get out and vote. Hashtag MAGA.
Law and order.
Law and order.
And then Arnold, he's doing good. He congratulated the Dodgers, but he is from LA, so. And then he asked everyone to tune into Unfinished Business, Race and Equity in America. I wonder if to say equality or maybe equity is what it means to say. But anyway, he said, tune in to Unfinished Business to learn about race and equality today and all weekend. Please do me a favor and turn off your political mind and learn. There are Republicans and Democrats speaking at the summit because equality is not a political issue. That's true. See, Arnold should just be running for president if he could. He can't, but I'd be up for it. I would make the exception. I guarantee if Arnold was allowed to run, he would beat both Trump and Joe. I think
it make a lot of sense too doing it.
So he's a Republican, but he's one that would be willing to actually work to get things done with Congress and Democrats. I don't know.
He looks to work with people, not against people.
Yeah, good old Arnold. I still think it was really cool that he took over the last season of The Apprentice.
Yes.
I mean,
fired.
You're fired. And then he'd be like, you're fired. Get to the chopper. No, he really did. It was awesome.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't watch that last season.
So, and that concludes the tweets of the week. And
the Jurassic Park tweets?
Jurassic Park is frightening in the
dark.
The dinosaurs are running wild. Someone let T-Rex out of his bed. I'm afraid those things will harm me.
They sure don't act like Barney.
And they think that I'm their dinner, not their friend. Oh no.
This is just trying to figure out how deep of a hole he needs to make for all three of us.
Gotta be a pretty goddamn big hole, I tell you what.
It's gotta be at least 7 foot.
Jurassic Park is frightening in the dark.
They got Texas.
Good night.
Good night.
Hey, we need him for the Urban Dictionary, y'all fucked up.
We'll be back in a minute. Go ahead and do your Jurassic Park tweets.
All right.
Did he take this little black thing with him?
Maybe.
Someone let T-Rex out of his bed.
It fell off. I had to go
I
get
didn't know if you were taking it to bed with you.
No, it fell off. I had to go get it. That's why I took my headphones off.
Okay.
That's funny.
All right. What's happening in the park?
Oh, there's a lot here. 1 second. Okay, I found it. We found a normal human kid living in one of the exhibits. Seems like the dinosaurs are letting him live here. What should we do? That might
Let him
be.
stay.
Is that like? Is that going to be like a Tarzan type thing? I don't know. I don't live in Jurassic Park, you dumb dick.
Wait a minute, didn't you know T-Rex?
We hang out. We do poker on Tuesdays, but I don't live there. Fuck.
Did you call him a dumb dick because he can't solve the Rubik's Cube?
That was a good one.
I'd like to see you try to solve this thing with your penis.
No, you really want to see him try?
No, no one wants to see that shit.
No.
I'm crying over here.
Newman is drinking dinosaur piss again. Why would you drink dinosaur piss? I don't know. Is it like Kool-Aid or something? No. No, it's not. All right, what else do we got here? Are you angry that somebody you love and care for was eaten here? Vote. I don't know how voting has to deal with getting eaten at Jurassic Park. I don't know. Maybe it's Biden's fault. Maybe it's Trump's fault. Maybe it's Kamala Kamelia's fault.
If elected, I will build a fence so the dinosaurs can't eat your children. Sleepy Joe, he doesn't want any fences. He wants dinosaurs just to come through and they will eat your kids.
Look at Trump's wall. He's doing pretty good right now.
I don't know. If Trump was here, I'd eat that fucking toupee off his head. It looks like fucking spaghetti. All right, and finally, apparently a brachiosaurus is shitting and pissing all over me again. Fuck my life. I didn't know you were into water sports, Guzzlebird. You shut the fuck up. All right, I'm out of here. Good night, everybody.
Just when you think things couldn't get any worse, it's time for Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
It's the Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
My body is ready.
Well, I am continuing with the Canadian-themed Urban Dictionaries this week.
Hey.
All right.
Again, another one I found by accident. Jay Hizzle, can you tell me what a Canadian goose is?
Yeah, I mean, when I think of Canadian geese, I think of the bird, obviously. So here's what I'm thinking. Because what do Canadian geese do when they fly? They poop, right? So being that the Urban Dictionary is very disturbing and gross, it is it is when one partner is squatting over another partner and they're kind of like doing like a little squat walk, and as they squat on by, they poop over their partner. Just like a Canadian geese poops as it flies.
So like 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
I haven't seen that movie, but if you
I haven't seen that movie.
Isn't that like one of your guys' favorite movies or something?
I've never seen it, and it's not a movie; it's a video.
Oh, sounds like a rated R or a rated X movie or something.
It's near to you. 2 girls, 1 cup.
The true love story.
So, is that what the Canadian geese is?
Shockingly, Jay Hizzle, you are extremely close.
Wow.
Yes. What is it?
Canadian goose. You lay a girl down in the middle of the floor, naked. You proceed to take a running start, diving over her and shitting on her midair. For full effect, make a honking sound.
Yes, that was pretty much my idea. Wow.
Josh is like, all right, lay down.
But if you don't make it over if you jump, that would hurt.
He's going straight to the bottle.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, wait. Before you do the bonus one, Texas, we're going to reverse roles real quick. You're going to do what I normally do because I want to do that one because I know you're not going to do it.
Oh, okay.
All
Wait,
right.
so Texas is going to be saying things?
No. He's gonna introduce me. Cue it.
All right, here we go.
It's the bonus Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Rick Spade.
All right, since Texas has this definition on him, he cannot participate. But for the other 3 of you, can any of you tell me what a pumpkin pounder is? We will start with the Jazz.
Oh, wow.
What do you think a pumpkin pounder is?
Well, I mean,
Honestly,
it's urban.
I forgot about that one. Sorry, Rick.
It's Urban Dictionary, so somebody who randomly enters a pumpkin patch and decides to try to stick it in as many pumpkins as possible.
I was thinking.
I was going to say.
Does anyone have that cutting tool? Oh, look at that one. That one's bigger. Throw me the knife, Fred.
Be slow. Do you got anything to add to that?
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, crap. This one's carved.
You can't tell. There's no way we're friends. There's no way.
Which hole do I stick it in?
Jay Hizzle.
It looks like it's a 1-tooth mouth. We got a triangle and sorry.
No, go ahead. Keep going. This is the entertainment of the show.
He has 2 eyes. Hey, this one's a cyclops.
That's the pumpkin glory hole.
Now it's a cyclops.
One's a witch.
All right, Jay Hizzle, did you actually have a full guess? Because
this one's shaped like a key. Oh.
I don't think he has a guess. He's just gonna keep saying random shapes and pumpkins.
Or it could be like maybe some messed up guy on Halloween goes and bangs all the chicks dressed as pumpkins.
Or maybe somebody takes a pumpkin and does like a suction cup dildo on the top of the pumpkin, and then they pound the pumpkin. So it's going like that.
Yeah, maybe pumpkins are making love to each other. It's just pumpkin love. I mean,
pumpkin love.
Isn't that
pumpkin love?
How else do you get those little pumpkins they sell in the stores?
Pumpkin love.
Pumpkin love coming to a store.
Pumpkin love. Pumpkin love.
What is it, right?
Are we right? Were any of us close?
No, not at all. But this would definitely be what will happen when Jay Hizzle finally just randomly hooks up with a chick. Pumpkin pounder. A male or female who prefers the sexual company of red-headed, pasty-skinned partners over all others.
That's awesome.
A person who seeks out gingers in bars or nightclubs to take home with the intention of having intercourse. Pumpkin pounder. But that was my bonus word. Now back to Texas. Hit it.
Oh, we got another one.
It's the bonus Urban Dictionary definition of the week. Take it away, Texas.
Alrighty then. And this is the one I meant to do when I found Canadian Goose, so we'll just go with this one. Can anyone tell me what a Canadian porch swing is?
Let me get this straight. You meant to do that one first, but you forgot about it?
No, I wanted to do that one. I'm meant to do that one, but as I was typing in Canadian Goose popped up, and I thought that was too good.
Canadian porch swing. All right. So for my wedding, you got me a sex swing. So I'm going to guess that the Canadians, they put the sex swings on their porch so they can give a show to all the neighbors.
Oh,
so that's the Canadian porch swing.
That makes a lot of sense. I have I know what I'm picturing, but it's not really anything bad. But I can still I've done enough damage tonight, so I'm just picturing, you know how like in America we have like white swings that hang down with chain
swings.
I'm thinking my parents had a white one. You could have black swings, you could have red swings, you could have brown, orange, blue, whatever. Here's what a Canadian porch swing though is. So on their porch, they have their swing made out of hockey sticks. The whole thing is just made out of hockey sticks, and then it's hanging from like hockey netting. Like how cool would that be? Like I kind of want to make one, and they just swing on their porch and like hockey, eh?
Yeah.
This is not a dirty term whatsoever. Very clean, very appropriate, very PG. You can tell your kids all about these Canadian porch swings. They probably want one.
And now I want to know what the definition is after that. Tell your kids about the Canadian porch swings.
Well, there's the Jazz. Do you have any guess?
No. I'm not going there. Nope, not going there. Nope.
Do you have an idea that you just don't want to go? Like, where did you want to go? You can go anywhere in this show.
I'm going to be politically correct.
What?
Okay.
That's not you.
Give us some hints. What do you think this porch swing has to do with?
It has to do with a Canadian president.
Justin Trudeau?
Yes.
And you think he's a swinger?
Yes.
So it's like Trudeau.
Actually, it's more of him and his husband.
Citizen, he wants to.
Oh, you're picturing him and his husband on a swing together.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Just hopefully you're only picturing it for this segment.
He's gonna have to hit that bottle. Hit that bottle. There you go. Okay. So before he reads the definition, so here's what I'm thinking. Okay. So in Canada, you have maple syrup, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm thinking like swing, like a slip and slide.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Slip and slide.
Okay. So I think it's when you take a slip and slide and you put it on the porch and you slide on that motherfucker and you swing right into your partner and you just like ram your dick right into them and Canadian porch swing.
Ooh. But aren't you like? Ow. Aren't you when you go on those? Aren't you like? I thought when you do the water slides, you're like on your belly.
Well, you are, but like eventually you gotta like wonk. You know, you hit that little ramp and you.
Wow, interesting. The physics of this are found really fascinating.
Actually, that would make sense. The swing, because you could hit the ramp and then okay. I'll go with Rick's answer.
Or you going on your butt.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Maybe you're going on your butt down the slide. You swing, you go.
Just watch out for that pumpkin with the dildo stuck.
And you're
to it.
saying it's a slide of maple syrup?
Yes. Because
So you can.
Ooh, that would be sticky.
Are there like pancakes
but
involved?
delicious.
They're pancakes.
This is not the WAP answer of waffles and pancakes, okay?
All right. So, were any of us right?
No.
Can we tell your kids?
No.
Okay.
A
Is they
Canadian
listening?
porch swing is when two completely naked people are standing upright, one behind the other. The person in the rear inserts their big toe inside the anus of the person in front of them. As the person who has their toe inside the other person's sphincter moves their big toe in and out, it causes the person in front to rock back and forth as if they were sitting on a porch swing.
I like mine better.
I like Rick's better.
Oh, I like Rick's better.
Yeah, I mean,
syrup slip and slide.
I don't know if I want to put my syrup in that. The syrup slide, because I just don't know how sanitary it would be. But a hockey swing sounds cool. All right. Well, with that, let's go from disgusting and gross to inspirational and happy.
I will go first.
All right. What do you
So
got?
I don't have anything inspirational happy, but I do have this.
You don't have anything inspirational happy? What do you have?
If you go to espnsa.com and you click on their Rock the Mic contest, you can see and listen to what I did on the radio the other day. Also, voting starts November 5th. You can vote once every 24 hours. Vote for Josh Wilbur, otherwise known as Texas.
Woo! Vote for Josh. Vote for
They need
Josh.
a conservative.
Mentioning that, Josh, I have a question. Are you going to be fighting brain-eating amoebas?
Yes, they're mostly all liberals, I wouldn't doubt.
Okay, because I seen that photo pop up, and it said that there was like 60 days to clear brain-eating amoebas in Texas.
Yeah, every time you put that in, if you put in the link espnsa.com, it'll give something different. When Rick did it, it was amoebas. When I did it, it was Dodgers winning. It just depends on what their topic is, I guess.
Interesting.
I don't have that photo anymore.
Oh, I saw it on Facebook. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, Texas is fighting brain-eating amoebas. More power.
No, so far I haven't got one yet, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll catch COVID and get a brain-eating amoeba.
Well, hopefully not. But vote for Josh.
We like Texas.
I will do one inspirational quote just because that's what I'm good for. Act as if what you do makes a difference because it does.
No. That's my quote.
That was not from Abraham Lincoln. So you
Wow.
can't
For William James. Wow, what are the odds of that? Oh, well, you go last because you'll end up closing the show anyway, so you have a little while to find another one.
No.
Let's see here. Rick, do you have anything ready yet?
No, give me 10 seconds. I was doing something else.
I don't know what he said.
No, give me 10 seconds. I was doing something else.
What about the Jazz? Do you have any words of wisdom you'd like to share?
I do. Can you hear me, though?
Yes,
I can hear you.
right now.
All right. Keep your eyes open to your mercies. The man who forgets to be thankful has fallen asleep in life.
It's very true. I like that one.
And I've got one more. This is a Scottish proverb. Forgive your enemy, but remember the bastard's name.
Yes,
I like that.
That's true. I love that.
That's a good one, too.
I'm done.
Nice job. I think Rick has his maybe.
Okay. These are some of the ones that I made up a couple of years ago. The first one. Whoever is trying to bring you down is already below you.
Ooh, that's true. It actually makes really good sense.
That's really good sense.
My next one. Fall if you will, but rise you must. And
That's a good
then
one, too.
the last one is by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
We may not be able to erase our past, but we can always change our future.
That's right.
He's right.
Absolutely right.
I like that. That's a really good one too.
And one way to do it is by voting.
It's true. Get out there and vote. All right, let's see.
Hazel, what you got?
You always pass failure on the way to success. Woo!
That's right.
Mickey Rooney said that.
Yes.
I always like to say how failure is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be a very good thing, which is good because I fail all the time. But eventually, I get my way to success. I mean, there's still things I haven't made it to quite yet, but I'll just keep on failing until I make it. Fail till you make it. Because,
Failing is a lesson learned.
Because no one is perfect.
Yes.
That's why pencils have erasers.
That's right.
Or the Microsoft Word has the back key, the backspace. So, and then you're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And I really like this one. This was actually Oprah one, but she said only surround yourself with people who will lift you higher.
I like that.
And that's like the best advice, because when you're around people that tell you can't do it and bring you down and make fun of you and all that, then you're going to feel, beat up. But when you have people that are like, you can do it, even if you dream big, they still support you, then those are the right people. Those are the ones that take you higher.
That's why I pick you Yahoos to stay around.
Exactly. That's why it means the world to me to have the best friends and family anyone could ever ask for. And
Yahoo!
But I'm going to end with that, and I will let Captain B give us his new words of wisdom and take us out.
Are you ready for this one, guys?
Yep.
Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does.
I
Go
feel like
vote.
we've heard that one before.
Go vote. I wanted to follow that up with go vote.
Okay.
All right. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis.
That's right.
It's true.
And this one, I love this one. If your dreams don't scare you, they are too small.
Oh.
Yes.
And be the change that you wish to see in the world.
That's a good one, too.
All right. Thank you for joining us here at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. Please like and follow our Facebook page, the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast. You can reach us on Twitter at Poddamn Rick Spade, at Poddamn Texas, or at Poddamn Idiots P1, and by email at poddamnidiots.podcast at outlook.com. Also like our YouTube at the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast and subscribe. And please like, subscribe, and leave a 5-star review of on your preferred podcast app of your choice, like Apple, Google, Stitcher, Podbean. And please tell your friends, family, loved ones, your interesting neighbors, the hot girl driving you around in her Uber car while you try to hide your erection, the cop who just pulled your hot Uber driver over for speeding, your wife's boyfriend, the cute cashier at the gas station, your babysitter, your boyfriend's side piece, the ladies on the street corner, your drug dealer, and anyone else you come across to check out the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Remember, ESPNSA.com. Rock the mic. Vote for Texas. Real name, Josh Wilbur.
I'm Jay Hizzle from the Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
And I'm Rick Spade.
And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button to my right.
And maybe you want to see an older episode. See what we've been doing. I'm not sure why you'd start here, but maybe you haven't. Check out the video on the left. Check it out. Poddamn Idiotz Podcast.
Thank you.